from Duraccio, and Whisper's the one with all the stacks on him, so Matthew will take a fair number of hits to kill him.
Yeah, he has
like Ursa can.
7 Furious Swipe charges.
Got Quinn down in the bottom rune spot. 3 seconds to go, and C-Smile deciding he wants to fight around this, forcing Tofu away. The Fortune's End is there, and in we go.
They took the rune away from Quinn, but in terms of first EXO, there's not going to be any damage dealt to a tower.
Whisper stuck behind this tier 1 top, might be in a bit of trouble now. Yeah, getting ripped to shreds by the
necessary to get Lasso going. If he's going to be farming the jungle, we'll put the next point in Firefly.
Attempting on Panda. Good damage from the Ench, and Tofu's Tiny secures the kill. Paparaz still level 5, trying to get the bashes onto Ace. C-Smile rotates. They'll look for this Enchantress kill in the tree. Yeah, Matthew lassoed up. That right of the Chrono in the Firefly still, focusing the Tiny. And Quinn, full HP to Duracio's help. Will get on top of Paparaz with some Fury Swipes in the overpower, but C-Smile tracking back to bully this Ursa. He doesn't have much left in the tank. Fortune's End flies out to try and...
Batrider is countered. He was supposed to be Chrono.
Yeah, straight on the edge. Paparaz needs a backup from DP and Timbersaw, but it's still a difficult target to bring down. The Avalanche looks good, but Ace still going to fall. Now Paparaz moves on the Tiny. Tofu in trouble. And Gaming Gladiator is going to cut their losses. Try and get Quinn out of danger. Cancel TPs down to bottom. And move away from here, but Whisper wants to keep on diving. You'll Scepter up, C-Smile catches. Whisper held down by the Death Prophet, and they'll dive behind this tier 2 tower. Yeah, smoke breaks, Panda knows. Spot the Tiny in the trees. Plant him up. Catch him out. E.G. bring Mage Slayer is next from Ace. He's getting dived under his tier 1. Matthew spotted him. Timbersaw on top of the Ench, but the Nature's Attendant, tons of heal, and there's the Sproink, the Rainbow Impetus shot, launching out onto Matthew, nearly killing Ricky, but he gets off the tricks of the trade, while C-Smile in behind this tier 1. Diving Ace, the Chrono comes, Tofu and Ace both caught inside, and Whisper with a Chakra will finish it off yet another kill. Tofu down, and C-Smile is unstoppable. No EXO.
No smoke, no Chrono, no EXO.
We're going to play forward, sleep up the Batrider, but Matthew's the one to get blown up by Duraccio. Does have to use the Rage to get behind his tower. Quinn wants back in though. C-Smile saved.
That's big.
The false promise. Affects Void could get caught off through the control. Matthew going to start things off with a Sleeping Dart though. Straight onto Quinn and forcing his BKB early on. Half health for Batrider while C-Smile. Avalanche for now. Holding his BKB in the Yules. Now has to use it, but the Ursa's damage substantial against the DP, and EG are the ones who have to run. Pretty nice against all these spellcasters. Trying to catch out Whisper top lane. Lasso is there, and the down from Duraccio trying to kill him off, but a Timber Chain and the arrival of C-Smile slows things down. Wanted to chase Duraccio, and Whisper getting some revenge, but Gaming Gladiators, they are all here. Avalanche toss, Whisper about to die. The false promise is there, and Panda keeps him alive. A killing spree for him as they dive in. C-Smile falls, but Duraccio dead.
Oh, look at this damage from
Impetus sprites them all to death.
Have another one.
Radiant scanning off to the right, that turns red as well, so everybody knows the direction the opponents are coming from. Ricky starts with a Sleeping Dart, the jump in from Paparaz, no Chrono yet. Tofu trying the Avalanche top. Ricky being focused down as Duraccio and Quinn straight onto him. Tofu and Matthew trading lives, and Quinn just trying to chase up here, but C-Smile keeping them at bay while Duraccio trapped in between 3 of EG, down to half health. They've got the bit of save and a buying time from the Yules. KP looking to jump back in, the Avalanche again, but there's a false promise from the Oracle. Aegis already claimed up as Duraccio linking back to his side of the map, and the 2-man Chrono there, catching both supports. Quinn and Ace still on the outskirts though, doing an awful lot of damage here, and Paparaz is struggling to stick on a target. Celery with the Spirit Siphons, trying to roleplay as Boxy, but can't quite get the job done. And now Ace trapped in place. Quinn and Duraccio on this high ground, not able to rejoin the fight. EG will come out victorious.
Finished on Whisper, so double Chakram.
Panda. False promise. Not going to help him out too much here. Drag back into the flames of Quinn. EG looking to press into this enemy ancient spot where they do have high ground vision. Straight up Chrono, catch Rubik and the Ench. They need need the damage onto Ace as quickly as possible, and Whisper will provide that. Blow up the Enchantress. She gets off a strike. The next attendant's not going to heal her while Duracho jumps on the Paparaz. DKB and full promise required to buy the time he needs. Time walks a little bit off, and now the Ursa kind of stuck here. Lift up, drag back, not saving you from Whisper's reinitiation. Very attentive EG, focusing the targets they need, and diving this tier 2 for the Rubik kill. The cherry on top.
Shard upgrade. Didn't even use the oh my god, he has a Force Staff and Ogre Seal Totem as well. With the shard plus time walk.
So much mobility.
The gap. They caught him.
Yeah, lassoed up, but the Urals make sure that the Ursa can't do the damage, and Paparaz saved by his team, allowed to chrono this Ursa. Now Ench arriving and a stolen one. There's the Rubik coming in clutch. Everyone from EG stuck inside. Duracho still dies. Timberchain across, looking for Tofu now. Matthew trying to jump back in onto this Enchantress, but the lift to save. Celery keeps them at bay, allows Ace to keep doing damage while Seasmile and Whisper chasing this Enchantress. Get the pesky Fawn out of here. Catch a glimpse of the Oracle, find out where Panda's playing. Matthew back to the high ground as Twin BKBs and moves up the ramp. Focusing for Kaka, he's got time walk off to the right. The chrono looks like a good one. They've killed Panda off though. Oracle is down, so no safety net. Duracho getting blown up though. Has to buy back a stolen chrono. Two of them trapped inside from EG, but Duracho is about to die here. Quinn has already fallen, had to buy back himself. Whisper moving in. Celery stealing the timber chain. Seasmile nearly dead. The Hurricane Pipe pushes him back, and Ace blows up the Death Prophet now. Paparaz getting tossed around near the Roach Pit, controlled up by the lift. Have they got the damage to finish him off? He time walks off to the left, and Whisper is back in again. Chakram missing, the Force Staff out of Tofu, getting the distance he needs, and the stolen Chakram, Celery chucks it back at the Timbersaw. They saw Matthew taking this outpost. They've got the vision through the gem of Quinn, and plenty of damage to bring the Ricky down. The Yule Scepter on 20 HP, just delaying the inevitable, buying time. No way he survives here. Surely no way he survives here, right? He's got Blink Strike, but nothing to blink to. Well done, the endball in the mid lane. Whisper getting gone on by Tofu and Duracho. EG, they know that multiple members of Gaming Gladiator is pretty distant away.
I'm always sad that you can't break Tiny. It would be so funny if it just shrinks. Double Abyssal, Lotus Orb.
That's it back. Tofu's in though with the Avalanche toss.
EG's alone here.
Is bringing 4 members to kill off Whisper. Seasmile gonna go for the BKB TP. Duracho trying to close the gap to Tofu and Ace here.
Thinking about it.
Goes straight for the chrono. Exo as well. They really want to kill Ace here. Gaming Gladiators rallying around the Enchantress. She's got off the BKB and the attendants. Enchantress with some more strikes can actually play a way out of this one. Tofu going to survive. Dragged away from Paparaz. And now they've moved back in onto the Faceless Void. He's going to try and time walk it off thanks to the False Promise, but now Panda, the target of choice for Tofu and Celery, has the Fate's Edict on him, so protected against the magic damage, while Paparaz and Smile chasing Quinn now. The Bat Rider gets turned on. This fight is dragging out forever as another chrono from Paparaz. Straight onto the Tiny and Ursa. Ench slept up, so the damage is lacking, and EG, they've done it now. Holding their high ground, coming out to play into the southern jungle and finding the Enchantress. A Yule from Matthew finds a bonus target. Celery's Rubik trying to flicker away, but doesn't get any distance. So Whisper. The additional bonus from the Halberd on ranged heroes.
Enchantress getting very close to her level 25.
Blink initiation. Ursa gets lifted and forced out away. Ace gets the attendants out, points back, but Kaka just keeps on chasing. Chrono's up the Enchantress now. Looking to blow up Ace. There is buyback available, and of course, Ace in the hands of the Ursa still. DP caught inside that chrono along with Whisper, unable to keep giving chase. Trying to blink and timber chain across. Might be able to get a catch with the side device. What is that? Is that flamethrower stolen by Rubik? Gets up to the high ground, away we head. Lots of expenditure here from EG. Chrono, Exo, still wanting to find more, but a Blink Lasso, Bat Rider.
That's another one.
Goes for the double lasso on the Faceless Void as Celery annihilated by Matthew and the Timbersaw in the back line. Comes with a double damage rune as well, and he walks straight into the middle of them. Lincoln's popped. He does get Scythe. Ursa on him. The backup there from the Oracle. False Promise and a big chrono. Bat Rider caught up in it. Quinn being battered into the ground. Dead for 2 minutes. Ace might be found as well, but they're going to go for the backline. Rubik being destroyed by Paparaz's Faceless Void. Time walks back in, looks for Ace, reverses it, rewinds, backs away. As Tofu splits the fight, multiple directions. Paparaz and Whisper find Duracho under the smoke screen, can't do anything, caught up and killed.
They're constantly disarmed both of the cores of Gaming Gladiator.
They can't do anything.
Damage.
Duracho finally gets to open up onto a target and he slept. He's hexed. Control for days on end. There's no end in sight. Just being blown up and controlled everywhere. Duracho gets tossed across to the Oracle, but Panda, even has to disarm his own. Gets the baiting down, and the damage is down. Whisper with a double kill. Well, Ace
by Pathfinder. This can't be correct. Like that's one stick in a palm, and then maybe like some Firefly damage, and EGs wanna close this one out. There are no buybacks available. This is game, Gary.
Yeah, looks like it. They'll try and glyph. Maybe Ace can sproik his way to a base defense, but it looks like EG have got this one in the bag now. A very close fought game one, very tight battles, and it looked like Game Gladiators using their windows to perfection, but EG with these chronospheres, the late game protection of the false promise out of Oracle, and the itemization, hexing, darting, halberting, so much annoyance that Edge can't do a damn thing. She spends half the game in the sky.
Disarmed again.
Disarmed damage more, and GG is cold. EG take game one.
They disarmed the Enchantress. Mech on Io. There's gonna be a lot of sustain, and this
Radiance mid.
They want this first blood. They want Ace.
Go in on them with a rebound, catching profit. Damage from the TA and first blood. Grabbed by Paparaz. Come towards the top room spot and find a DD. Tofu faster with the fingers as Whisper has just solo killed Duracho.
Oh no, I was watching this top rune.
And Matthew, yeah, fighting with Panda and C-Small. Now he lands a stun. Catches Tusk unaware.
What a disastrous spot. Like I'm not sure why you're even stuck
Whisper?
there.
Radiance
Tofu on his own couldn't do too much.
Attack.
Maybe with Quinn arriving now. Helped out with the tag team, plenty of damage. Disposed though, stops Quinn's movement forward. This is all while Paparaz continues to get free farm and even goes for the solo kill. Ace close to death and he gets finished off. C-Smile taking large camp stacks. Might get jumped on here with a snowball, but the swashbuckle misses. Walrus punch connects and the roll of thunder inside the shards gets them the kill. Now EG wanting to answer the aggression. Onslaught and trample, finding Tofu. Tusk is pulverized.
13 and a half minutes into the game.
Could be nasty. Whisper is in a 1v2 situation, going straight for Celery. Let's see if he can... no tether available for him. EG starting to swarm. 3 heroes heading down to that bottom jungle. Matthew is alone for now, and that Wrath of Nature. Every 2 minutes he's got a new item. Dragonlance, Deso's Blink. Rebound in from Matthew. Drag back Tofu. So his Blink will be a little delayed now as they go for yet another objective. Even trying to collapse on the enemy Ancient's high ground, looking for Celery. Finds his target. Ace. There we go with a stun connecting. Matthew's in. Control the profit. Got the trample damage. Snowball will delay the death of the Tusk here. Take a little while longer for them to kill him off, but eventually he will fall.
He wants to be able to pick that one up, get a shard, most likely as his next item. Troll getting caught.
Yeah, they've got the snowball shade. Let's see if EG can control up the troll, but handing, 300 gold over to the IO, in fact. That's Quinn. Trying to shield crash his way out with this. Whisper will still have the pulverizer. Melt strike, there it is. One hit kill. They come in with a troll, Celery, tethered up to Duracho, focusing onto Matthew, killing off the Marcy, while Panda and Whisper holding the line. Paparaz wanting to run away from this, doesn't want to battle into Gaming Gladiators anymore. Thinks about it though, jumps forward and kills the troll. Waited and bided his time. Looks for Tofu now, a few more swipes out of this Deso. TA is going to find multiple kills. A mega kill for him so far, and he wants to go live back for a double.
Your towers aren't going to die. Where's the follow-up?
It's not coming, is it? C-Smile with Whisper. They're on top of this IO, pulverizing Celery, looking to finish him off, and they'll get the job done. And now Quinn, he's got one shield crash, but the damage from Paparaz is just so big.
Sitting on 1,400 gold, level 17.
And they're going aggressive in the bottom jungle. Celery
Aggressive mid.
He's
going to solo kill him.
Tofu dying in the mid lane, straight up to Paparaz, gets a wicked 6 streak with Matthew in this bottom jungle, found by Duracho and Celery. Now in comes Whisper though, looking for the control on Duracho with C-Smile chasing forward. Rock throw is there, connects on one of the heroes. Quinn gets stunned, and the Split Earth comes. C-Smile turned on, Illusion Rune popped, and he's got that protection into the ethereal form thanks to his Ghost Scepter. Force that back.
In 7 seconds.
Now the battle trans with the roll of thunder connecting. They're going to find C-Smile here. Kill off the ledge and get
time it correctly.
Going to find Paparaz. Aegis is gone. He's got BKB though. No mana to play with. They need Whisper to protect the Templar Assassin as quickly as they can. But the root is there, and Duracho with a double kill. Gaming Gladiators, they are destroying EG in this bottom jungle. And
like I was watching him, he did kill Tofu. Oh, they're still not done.
They want Whisper. Come back in. Primal Beast, where you going? Matthew jumps off to the left. He's going to get finished off by the spirits and the hits from Ace, while the punch from Tofu gives him the old left-right.
That one gold. C-Smile needs to be careful. Ghost Scepter will keep him alive for a while.
Yeah, very careful against this troll. He wants Celery real bad. Forces the mech early on. Whisper coming back in with a rock throw missing, sadly. Horatio, 7 seconds of battle trance and no BKB, so he'll die.
She is a ranged hero. This Ford is going to scout out Quinn.
Hello there, Pango. Global silence for him as well.
He knows. They will have to get it somewhere, so Gleipnir going to help out tremendously. C-Smile going for a solo.
Tofu has the snowball. Blink on cooldown for a couple of seconds, and that damage spilling onto it, make sure there is no jump away. Whisper in the meanwhile, aiming bottom lane, connects the onslaught onto the troll, and walks it back. Looks like Quinn knows what's up. Goes back to his own ancients, connects onto Matthew. Rolling thunder, trying to get into the back lines as well. Whisper being found with a walrus punch there. The global to give the coverage and a 4-staff away.
Oh, miss uphill.
Gets Whisper away from danger, and you're right, Quinn surviving on 100 HP. Now Ace the one in trouble though. The blink forward, the meld, the damage. Ace with the TP home survives while Quinn will die. Troll and Iron still sticking around. The shard blocking in Paparaz. Does he have the protection for his team to dispose to buy a bit of space and time? Paparaz in the sprout now. Whisper comes from the trample. He's battering into Horatio, pulverizing the IO, and it looks like Gaming Gladiator's going to get blasted out of this triangle. Relocate into Whisper.
My favorite snack, IO coming back.
Who's getting the kill?
Of this Pango, even harder. AC that you mentioned, coming out shortly. Needs a bit more time.
Oh, Quinn. Hello. Whisper's found him. I guess the trap gave a little bit of vision, so he throws the rocks at him. Dangerous territory for them to be walking up high ground.
Oh my god, almost gets one shot.
Oh god! He's not gonna die just yet, though. I don't know how much HP he left. Well, that was close. C-Small has a 2-man splitter. In comes the snowball save. Tofu rolling forward onto the ledge. But now the pulverize blows up the tusk. Horatio battling forward onto Marcy. Celery's dead and Picard's cleaning up. A couple of swift kills for him. And the double buyback for them Gladiators. They need to get on top of these core heroes, but they're struggling. With the tether, the trolls on the Primal Beast, but a slide away with a 4-staff, and in comes Picard again. So much raw damage, a double kill for C-Smile. Celery's going to relocate out of there.
That's 2 buybacks out of the map.
Smoke again.
They might catch him, let's see.
There's the jump. Walrus punch into the control, gets off his BKB though, and Whisper, he's back in, looking for Horatio. They've saved for Cuz for now, 4-staff up to the high ground and kills off Celery. No buyback on the IO. Quinn trying to get there with a rolling thunder, but the Hex in control with the pulverize there. Horatio's down. Buybacks available, but the rest of your team's being crushed. Whisper aiming for Ace, Panda not even dropping. And Ace is just going to have to turn around and fight mano a mano with Whisper, who tramples him down under the boot. And Horatio, the Deso hits are flying into you. A little worried about
chances, and they're still flying.
They're still coming. Oh my god, he's nearly dead.
This is it, Gary. There is no coming back from this one. Your barracks are gone. You're going to be playing against Mega Creeps. 50 seconds without Nature's Prophet. No buyback on him, and Celery will call him.
That's it. It's over. GG comes.
Horatio didn't even type anything. He just like space or something. Oh, it's on my screen. It doesn't say.
That's a GG over here. And the same thing in the lobby as well when they were asking the players to get ready.
Oh.
It's Cleaver Talk.
Foxy will be playing Snapfire, and Zai. 1 gush, 1 curse should be the kill.
Yeah, Battery Assault is there. Schofield's able to wrap around on him. Now he absolutely has to know that ward is there. Still going to lose.
They might de-ward it
to make that additional lane. Schofield though, on top of Insignia again. Battery Assault and Gush is an awful amount of damage here, and Crystal Maiden just can't.
And then Clockwork with boots, 1 gush.
There's the kill.
Silence.
Dinger gets it. Down at bottom again. Huston Snapfire on top of K1. A snowball comes and he'll get the kill on the position 1. Nothing Stinger could do there to help his buddy. Might be dying himself, in fact.
Dark Mago got 2 CS in the last minute and a half. Very difficult.
Move again.
Move again.
Cookie into Scatter Blast. Boxy even going across to get the bounty rune down bottom. Even more gold flowing into Team Liquid, while Schofield nearly dead top. Zai does get the pick off on K1 bottom.
2 times. The one who has a lot of farm, like decent amount of farm, is Tidehunter with the Ring of Health. Ember Spirit's supposed to be that one guy. Never mind, holding that thought.
Yeah. It's a kill on Insania again, potentially. Under tower, Schofield goes.
This is like a guaranteed kill. He needs to have an HP, however. Brought the heal himself, mid lane.
Nisha trying to protect it, gets it off to the right-hand side. Turns in,
resummons it.
Resummons, comes in, looks for the root. Dark Margo slipping away from danger, barely with his life. They'll move on to the Clockwork instead. Nisha, 1v2 situation, finding a kill, trades out. They'll bring in a hero mid to bottle refill. Blightstone and the Clubs of Haste, in fact. Zai finding the pick off on Stinger, who, stuck around in that bottom lane. Not where he wants to be, while K1 has evacuated the area. Nisha getting gone on. Remnant forward, and the battery assault cost. Ravage turned on. They've got the Ravage onto Nisha. Insania coming in, but can't save his life. Okay, wanting the trade out here, and there are no remnants left for the Ember Spirit. So even though they lose the lone Druid, it's still a decent defense of that mid lane, and Ravage on cooldown means a big window for Liquid to exploit. They chase out Sacred with a cookie. Lacking a bit of damage here. Mickey didn't follow through on this, so a turnaround on Insania should find him thanks to Stinger's Silencer.
Wrath of Nature.
A couple of sneaky wards, we saw that.
Bottom.
You alright?
Not really.
He's dead. The dive in mid. Nisha gets off the true form though. The bear is back up, a remnant away. Sleight of fist and safety for Dark Margo. Schofield, still level 4. The cookie on the bear puts him in place and holds him there with a root.
He did manage to recover. Fought Hand of Midas. Classic K1 move, snowball mid. Zai.
Yeah, punch out Dark Margo.
Yeah, skipping out Mask of Madness. I'm not really competent to talk about the item build.
And they've caught out K1 though. And again, they're situated 1 because Zai is lurking in the shadows, coming in from the river. Spots out Schofield, tag team punch, and the kiss is launched down by Boxy. Clears out the Clockwork.
Underneath the ward.
Shots. Not gonna play out as intended.
No cookie.
And there's the hook shot, but Schofield needs to keep on chasing with the cover of the global. It's a little difficult still, and Liquid bringing numbers down here. The Ravage clips the Razor on the very edge. Boxy remnanted apart, but they've got sustain and they're also tanky. Dark Margo being punched skywards. Does he have safety remnants? He's just being chased down. He's on 1 HP. Dark Margo so close to death, but nobody to close the gap on him. The cogs up. The Zai Tusk finish him off while Dark Margo survives. Snowball buys all the time in the world for Zai, as the gush and the Arcane Curse will be just enough to finish him off. Stinger now being dived by the Nisha Bear and Mickey's Razor. Will claim a lot of that farm on the opposing side of the map, while Dark Margo is making Liquid play for it. Stinger nearly blown up by Zai immediately, just the 1v1 there. Will kill him off in the end, clean up the spree while the freezing field from Insania. Kiss is launched in and Dark Margo is
no remnants left.
Mickey has the link on him while Zai and Insania fighting down south. And this fight is spread 3 different ways, but Liquid.
So much physical damage.
Like Stinger, he's gonna die. Caught up by the Razor Bear.
There we go.
Easy as you like. Well, Dark Margo has TP'd in here. 1 remnant at his disposal. Sacred trying to back him up. All they need is a slow from the plaza field, a route to catch him.
So slow.
He's incredibly slow. Remnants leftwards. Nisha chasing forwards. K1 going to hold the line while Insania and Zai looking for Schofield, who doesn't catch a hookshot onto anything. Can't maneuver himself away from the top jungle. So Zai just patiently biding his time, waiting for the cogs to wear out. Finish him off with a frostbite and a punch.
Now that's a BKB. Dark Margo getting in, has haste run.
Catches the chains on Zai. Gush in with Sacred. Facing this Tusk, he's pretty damn tanky and he BKB's up. The Ravage is wasted, completely whipped by Sacred. Dark Margo, chain disabled. Global might give him a bit of safety here. He's speedy on the Ember Spirit while Sacred's gone in far too deep. Surrounded by 4 members of Liquid. The Bear is back again. And Mickey hunting the Ember on the left-hand side while Sacred pops his greaves. He wants anything he can. Dark Margo's dead to Mickey and Sacred pummeled into the ground. Not really required here. Feels like Beast Ghost are playing into the hands of Liquid. Schofield Savage Roared. And Nisha open. No, we were wondering.
Schofield, he's looking for an angle. Let's see if someone decides to block it. Okay. Your carry is blocking Clockwork from getting in.
Well, he's the position too, right? Nisha's the real carry in this team, in this game. Schofield trying to cogs and Ember buying the tome for himself.
Yeah, you want to look good on the end game screen.
First BKB defensive, and the Walrus Punch pierces it. Straight forward they go, Liquid.
And then one punch from Tusk. Good one-shot people.
Yeah, I mean, Dark Margot, 70% of it.
They were so ready for this.
The Remnant, they absolutely were heroes in the first minute of the game when you're able to outplay every lane, hit your item timings, take down a tier 2, and move forward onto Stinger. Straight into the base. Zai looking for the solo kill. Stinger down to low ground. Sacred, he's popped the greaves already. And Nisha sprinting forward with his bear. The kisses are there. Savage Roar and Zai. Incredibly small now for Beast Coast. Yes, you've got a Nature's Prophet who can spread his wings and split push lanes. It's incredibly scary to do so. Sacred might have overstepped here. Good force down to get away from the shards. The snowball's deep from Zai. Forced to BKB. But with a Walrus Punch and the chase from...
With the snowball and just try to buy time. But good Gluster usage to keep this Lone Druid away.
Roxy maybe stuck around bottom a little too long. Yeah, successfully so, away from A.K.A, while in that right-hand jungle, Schofield. He's turned back onto Zai with the help of Stinger, shotting and cogging and finding another kill.
Dark Mago. Their catch is pretty limited.
Unless they wait at a Remnant with the entanglement. Liquid, they're trying to find K1 up at top. He's already put himself back in the fountain. Well, Boxy catch up to Schofield. Zai tracks back.
EP. Misclick.
Slight misclick there, but they've got the snowball. Bit of global scrap they've got with the Prophet and the Ember Spirit. Stinger though, jumps away from the bear. Kisses onto the Ghost after good magic damage and an optimistic TP. Yeah, once we start getting levels up on this Nature's Prophet with the Sprout Talons, things can get real spooky. Schofield went to try and de-ward, but Zai and Boxy were there ready and waiting for him. The creeps. Looks like he'll still be able to get in on top of Stinger though. Ghost after protect, just pushing bottom wave. I don't see anything. And then Zai on top of the Prophet, holding the punch this time, like you said, waiting, biding his time. He can put up himself now. K1 stands his ground.
Now.
Decent amount of physical damage with the global stars to cover.
Can't get close.
Trying to stun Dark Margot. They've got the root on him and the Ember Spirit's dying.
Play for area.
Ogre Seal Totem onto Sacred, has the tendrils of the deep. Even Mickey has fade for a little bit. He's going to drain all this damage away from the tide. This is coming. I didn't think Sacred would die here, but it looks like Mickey and Boxy have enough damage to bring him down, and the dive continues. Mickey just keeps on going. Stinger has to go Scepter. Now Mickey with his BKB inside the Sprout. Dark Margot in the mid lane. BKB's up the Remnant, left and right, jumps and dives. One more hit will do the trick, but Boxy can't see it.
I also didn't expect Night Hunter to die. Very nice kisses coming out from Boxy.
Yeah, really well done. What do you reckon? He's got Silver Edge queued up. What comes after that?
Silver Daedalus.
Daedalus, yeah, potentially. Schofield. Zai having a fight around the Sprout. Kisses cancelled out by the global silence of Stinger. Mickey just keeps on charging forward. BKB wins up, the Lone Druid sends Bear in, but the Ravages are good. Sacred connects on the two cores, the tendrils there as well. Beautifully played. Mickey, though, Seal turned him out of it. K1 dead to Mickey's range up. Schofield follows him, 6 feet under. Dark Margot trying to battle the stadium, but the freezing field just keeps on going. The Wolves, they howl. Oh, and kill them off. Liquid dive, the tier 3s and 4s, and Beast Coast have got no chance left. Kick back, send them in, Stinger down, a 5-man wipe, and Liquid have got it. As quickly as that, the game will end. GG's called, and Beast Coast tap out.
We were slightly worried when Beast Coast opened up with the Nature's Prophet enters. He goes jungle, he recovers, someone else soaks up the X.
What is it, 17-2 against 17-1? Yes, very good. Zai going to chase K1 up top. What's Boxy got? Both his spells are available. Telekinesis and Fade Bolt, zap down the troll, lift him up and drag him back to the Broodmother. And a few more hits here. Should be able to secure them the kill, even with the insatiable hunger.
And his mid laner is doing stuff for him. He needs to be active because...
Insane, yeah. Demolishing them in this lane. Kick back under the tier 2. A tower hit will land, but the decay is there. Gets the kill. Might survive as well. Sacred, the lightning storm, the split earth, not going to come. Mickey is very slow.
Should be able to DP out. If he misuses the rolling boulder, never mind. He's going to drop here.
And just standing and fighting. Deciding it's more worth his time. Good to think about rotating up top. help out Boxy to consider these TPs down to the bottom lane as well, though. Ooh, they're going in on this troll, level 5 still, and a level 7 Broodmother. Plenty of damage. Continue that spree. Down the bottom, they do go for the dive. Nisha's here with the Rolling Thunder, and the TP out from Mickey successful. Sacred's first death of the game looks like it will shortly be incoming as the perfect connections from Nisha launch them forward for a kill on the Veno while Mars Arena catching Insania. Dark Margo struggling to contend with the Soul Rip into K's. The roll is cancelled. Schofield in trouble now. Swashbuckle forward and Nisha looking for this bonus kill. The kick not enough for the double for Nisha. Can he finish off Dark Margo as well?
Here comes K1, level 5 troll ganking. Hell yeah.
But Dark Margo's about to die. Nisha basically 1v3, 1v2 now. Courier falls. Pango Swashbuckle ready in second, and you're right, the regen rune is ready. Stinger almost dying immediately. Wasn't expecting the high ground made, and the Fairy Fire regen rune trying to buy some more time, getting away from danger. The spear not landing, but they...
Arcane Reservoir.
Does he have a point held for Battle Trance? It doesn't look like it. So K1 getting chased down by the Pango and the Undying. He's just dead.
That Nisha used with Arcane Rune, and now they want to hunt more.
Yeah, Stinger.
Crystal Noah will get a solo kill here.
10 minutes of farming before he's really to show how impactful he can be. That's a good.
Oh my god, this damage, the poke from distance.
Big stolen, the poison is there onto Insania and Boxy, but Nisha with his Rolling Thunder crashing up atop the high ground, connects on the Veno, the Schofield is in trouble as well. Nisha, he wants multiple kills here, but the sidestepping from Sacred, beautifully done. Stinger into the little pocket, hiding away in the Swashbuckle, doesn't finish him off. Stinger still survives, Nisha now the one in danger, 17 wand and a shield crash to come. The kick and the roll, it's not going to land, Nisha swashes, but still dead to the troll. From mid, northwards into the jungle. And it'll coincide with the Bloodstone of Lash, as it looks like Beast Coast just initiating on Insania. Very tanky and dying, and Sacred takes the brunt of the damage initially. Finally getting a kill there, Beast Coast. The Stinger push to the high ground, well done with the freezing field, trying to zone out the Brood, while Dark Margo being focused by Nisha, chased out, Schofield rolls away with that.
Swashbuckle with the ball, please.
Boxy, spots out Stinger. Freezing field is there from the Rubik, not enough to finish the maiden off, but the rest of the liquid will arrive. Mickey and Zai pairing up beautifully, and all 5 of them in that northern jungle trying to get in on top of Schofield now. It's a 3-man magnetize after his roll, but there's no follow-up. Yet again, Dark Margo and K1 unavailable, but the spear from Dark Margo, long range cast, they pinned him up against the sides, and now he's stuck. Dark Margo can't escape from this. Nisha Insania chase him forward, Spiderlings are there, and a triple for Zai.
He pops the pipe on the Spiderlings as well. There's not enough damage to kill it then. Nisha does have crystals to bounce off.
He does, and the spear. Oh, that magic damage from Sacred. About 40% HP. The spear into Fade Bolt.
The swash.
Nearly soloed out by Boxy. Surviving though in the freezing field arena. Going to get supports of Liquid. They were over eager. Sacred baited them in.
Nisha kept a distance. Underneath the ward has Arcane Rune. They're gonna go on him. Nice try.
Catch him. Magnetize on Nisha, but
nice roll up.
There's Mickey. And a roll up dodging the spear. You're right. It's in. Troll still running all the way through the ancient area.
Oh, 2-man stun.
Connects on both of them. Stinger just dead to the Pulse Nova, and it looks like K1 attempting the TP, but Boxy with the lift gets him with the telekinesis. Oh, it's gorgeous from Liquid, finding the catches they need. K1 will try with a Battle Trance now, but he's being chain disabled. Get on top of him with the Pango. The root, the ensnare.
Close the gap with, and Boxy picked up that Blink Dagger. We saw it in the action on Troll.
Roll on Insania, and then a roll back from Nisha. Sacred getting collapsed on by the Pango. Schofield's dead. This one feels like it might be over soon.
Big Boxy now on high ground has rolled Boulder stolen.
Oh, he does?
That's so aggressive. Link south.
Does get Arena speared. Nisha is still here, and Dark Margo, well, he's trapped inside his own arena. He's not the gladiator he thought he was. He's getting sliced and diced. There's spiders and disco ponies and all kinds of beasties and monsters killing him off.
But Zai also connects with the rest of the team.
Can you imagine being a Roman gladiator? Like back in the day they would fight lions and tigers. Now you're fighting flipping spiders that are twice your size.
That would be very diff. I'd prefer a lion.
Yeah, exactly. Kick back, Troll Warlord. run, trying to spin back to safety as they continue their beyond godlike streak on Zai. This looks like it's over. The dive in behind tier 4s, getting them 2 more kills. Rolling Thunder, they're onto the Troll Warlord as well, crashing and slaying. Does get the root in onto Nisha now, as he got the saves with the swashbuckle and the heals coming. He will stay alive, and K1 dies. Barracks cracked wide open. Complete freedom here for Team Liquid as Dark Margot's Mars, another round, a flurry of disables, takes down the Mars, and GG's called. Liquid continue to assert their dominance here in the group stage of the Lima Major.
What a clean game from Team Liquid. And I was told that Earth Spirit, or Rubik against Earth Spirit is a bad hero. I just saw a kick, I just saw a roll.
It's Cleaver time.
Skadi, BKB, and an Arcane Blink, kind of due to lack of faith for Skeeter's ability to carry. I mean, you said, no, Skeeter's been struggling. Maybe Saxa's like, well, looks like I'm going to have to start playing to carry him.
Thinking, he looks pretty dead.
Big look like a first blood. Yabs, he'll take.
That's it.
Right, quite nice.
Saxa could be trouble here. Kidding.
23. He's going to try and kind of keep his distance, but indeed, get the kill out of this one, Tundra. Look towards Ollie. Ollie's trying to stand his ground to take down Saxa, but there we go. Gonna try and do something here to get 23 out of this. He just came back to the lane, 23. And he's going to get sent straight back to the base. Ollie as well may be in trouble. They're going to chase him out a little bit. He'll be able to get into the trees, but Saxa, he's spotting him out. There's the snare again. I mean, that's 2 times back to back.
Saxa did.
Not again.
Oh my god, it's again. Oh, he's still level 2. Oh my.
Oh my goodness. Well, Talon getting quite a rude awakening this morning in the top lane. 33 and Saxa, they're just
Literally.
Dire team ban. Xtreme Gaming's turn to ban. Dire team ban.
Like here. Now maybe like it joins IG. It's like actually I want to play this. I want to do this. I wasn't able to do it. They didn't play stuff or whatever. Hope there's a bit of spark coming from him, and isn't just like
10 seconds remaining.
Top 2 Chinese team region to just
5 seconds remaining.
Fortunately, on the Hot Sundays, that being on IG meant being a major winner.
It felt so wrong to say that actually.
But that's how the cookie crumbles in the Dota 2 landscape. Things move fast, and speaking of things moving fast, we have a draw on our hands. Team number 1 between IG and Xtreme Gaming. Xtreme have done the right thing. You are playing against Shangyu, you have to ban his Brewmaster, even if you don't think the hero is that good. And they've taken out the Undying as well. This is the spot if you're IG here, Sheep, you just take out the Treant Protector?
Well, Treant. Not.
Oh, okay.
I like Phoenix. I think this Ruban, I'm not sure if I bad about it, is in highest respect for, hey, it's the only play, so we're just gonna play.
It's a double-edged sword.
That's what it kind of feels like looking at.
10 seconds remaining.
But, you know.
Sorry, already these player camps,
remaining.
by the way. I'm just here, like, they're just level right. You know, Kaka giving the seat away to Lanham. You know, JT in the previous tour, he was all on in interviews, laughing in some of the team fights. It'd have to be the only initiated. It's a black hole. He's laughing, he's telling him off. I'm seeing how stern those 2 lads are looking. JT will. He might be giggling,
messing around.
but he'll be giggling at the right times now, I feel. So that is
Extreme
scheduled giggling now. They're like, hey, you have 30 seconds of giggle, like 20 minutes after we win the game. Then you can
they
giggle.
crack a joke in the draft to get 20 seconds out of the way. So it's like, you've only got 10 seconds left now.
You know, make sure you gotta do it. So IG, because Treant Protector left in the pool, they grab up this Marcy. You were mentioning just now, Sheep, that it was one of the few heroes that he did look pretty decent on last time around, Shangyu.
10 seconds remaining.
They can play this off lane. It's an option for them potentially, unless they want to run
5
in the
seconds
safe
remaining.
or as a support. They can decide down the line.
I think that
Extreme
I genuinely don't
turn
have
to ban.
And this is an amazing off. I'm very confident. Something is. I think. Okay, if we don't pick his hero now.
10 seconds remaining.
So in regards to IG, they do have a little bit of like comfort.
Dire team ban.
And that is a respectable high. insane offlane. The patch doesn't think together. So yeah, again, I just want to see what it prevents brain carry. You're not going to see battles
10 seconds remaining.
By BKB and Basher and Musk, and you're done. You don't need anything else in the game to have impact in that kill frame.
Gaming, they go and pick up the Pango for themselves, most likely going to be put into the
turn to ban.
Could also very easily be put into the off lane, although I think we all agree off lane it just feels way worse than it does when it's played mid, but it's an option. Having some flexibility after all is a good.
You're nerfing yourself.
Dire team ban.
Making it weak. Like you put it mid, you're always going to get an early diffuse timing, get some rune at some point to break the map. You don't really die mid to anything.
I agree. Oh yeah.
I respect that, I do, but...
Xtreme
No,
Gaming's
like-
turn to ban.
Now that your shot no longer because you it just feels bad.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing in Europe. Like
not
9 did it on mid, he goes like diffusal into straight BKB.
Okay.
So he played 2 games, and in game 1 he went game 2, and in game 1 he went BKB. It's like, because there's no hard and he needs that, he's just like, well, I'll do it, I think. And also Mind Control did it as well. You went BKB, actually not in that order, but
Sometimes you have
10 seconds
if
remaining.
it doesn't feel like a control,
Dire team
have another option. It's like these games, you'll see like these live
Extreme
speakers have to buy
Gaming's
BKB.
turn
Yeah,
to
but
Well,
you don't like it. It doesn't sound good. But I would like to see it mid. Instead, then you can go these. I don't know, maybe. I don't like the
10 seconds remaining.
be able to hit like
5 seconds remaining.
thinking.
Of course, later on the draft, exactly where they're going to be playing. Lion has come right now for IG. This is not a hero that gets played all that much, but in China, it all doesn't have that currency. This is, I mean, it's kind of interesting that IG is the one that are playing this, because Kaka, not
Too afraid. They're
like Kaka, Lion. No.
There we go. Yeah, so around IG is picking up this line again. It's not national hero. It's very much hero.
Extreme Gaming's turn to
now has been locked into pick up, and it double jump the back line. Lion blink, Moss rebound on top. They've got the
Phantom
Rubik
Assassin.
Shard. They got now picked up a Lich to mitigate Marcy. I love against Marcy offlane have some type of slow Maiden, even Lich. Now Lich has 2 components with his and his blast. Eleno, and we don't see that often.
10
Once again,
seconds
Marcy,
remaining.
you're not gonna have a fun time in this game now until MKB, and it's
5
farm
seconds remaining.
well to get and a
Extreme
basher
Gaming's
and an
turn
MKB,
to
and then also not get
Strong
kited. So yeah, I like the fact that we get this dead hero just because of early Marcy.
She has to rebound in, right? And it's so like she just does nothing.
10 seconds remaining.
And I like as well. Be able to harass.
5 seconds remaining.
The worst thing you want to do. Max her sidekick. Dagger plus the crossboss is gonna make her really. I don't think that any of the support.
Dire team ban.
I'm assuming it's. I think they could even get kills on.
Can't really provide protection, right? She has to like watch it happen and say, well, good luck, buddy.
No. All right, I gotta pose you a question, guys. Last time we saw IG play Storm Spirit.
He switched it up.
10
Emo said,
seconds remaining.
I'm
Yep.
playing Storm Spirit.
There we go. Emo yoinked mid lane. He was like, oops, that's mine again. I'm the
5
captain, you
seconds
can't do anything.
remaining.
Hi, Dust. Do you think potentially be happening again? Or is this Dust now getting, I have to play the Storm Spirit, Emo, you're now back to carry?
I think it's split once. They might leave him for one game and say,
Game 1 of their tour 2 of Div 1, he gets 1 Storm
you
Spirit
have
game.
one chance. And if he doesn't do it, if it doesn't work out, they might like, you carry now. It's
That's
fine.
fair.
It would be a pretty like bad match. All this team's that's automatically like playing a panic move.
Hey, again, we've won some swaps. downtime.
Yeah,
Like, you
how
know,
that works, man.
Yeah, exactly.
There is a non-zero chance that they made the decision to, well, let's put emo mid in general, right? And they might not have announced it to anybody else in the world, so
That's true.
we'll sort of see, right?
They're not gonna.
It does also feel like a
Extreme
very good Storm
Gaming's
game, right?
turn
He
to
has a
bat.
good reach. There's not that much harm in the disable that you really worry about. The burst
Dire
damage only
team
comes
back.
later from the day. This feels good.
IG's lineup is very fluid. It's very like once it gets like one item on their heroes, they're gonna be sweet map. Tree's gonna have some shard running around scouting. And at any minute, Mastery Storm line onto one hero dead. Let's progress the fight, and that is a really scary thing to do. Play against, especially if,
10
like, if
seconds
Pangu's not in the right
remaining.
position. He is always going to be farming behind that. The only thing
5
is there is that
seconds
inevitable.
remaining.
He will have Manta, Deso, BK, and will laugh at IG's line. So it's like it's the ticking time bomb for IG to play this aggressive fluid style that they have currently put in.
Nice as well.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah, with the if I do want to, I hope at least just mid. I'm a bat right. I know we're going to talk about the meme diving base. Bat overall.
Extreme Gaming's turn
If
to
it's
pick.
like you can just have extra like BQ potentially just got the setup for store. I think bat would move. It's a bit out of the box.
It's pretty out the box.
It's pretty out of the
10
box.
seconds
But like
remaining.
depending, I mean, you're gonna see their next hero. Potentially, there's a game for it.
5 seconds remaining.
On my side, I'm leaning more like a troll or something. Because of your ag, so you can naturally buy MKB PA. There's enough jump that you aren't going to be tighted out. You can follow up players, but again, it really depends on Xtreme.
Dire team.
Whatever they pick, what's the name?
How did what?
Now troll's even kind of better. Just saying,
Yeah.
like troll and laning phase against itemized nicely against PA. So itch. There's not a lot of kiting and natural like halberd fires and stuff annoy you in mid game.
10
Some
seconds
IG stuff,
remaining.
But yeah, also Brood last bit. That is,
Kind of
5 seconds
I
remaining.
don't have my
Whilst I've
glasses on.
seen
You
that.
can actually see. It's like I'm struggling here without the glasses, but they also forgot to ban it.
They did indeed. They surely have to have a plan for it on the side of IG. There's no way you leave Brood in this long and you don't have a very clear idea of what you want to do next. We shall see. Mentioned Troll as a potential pickup here. We want something that's going to be decent in the lane and can fight later.
Choose your
You know,
hero.
yeah, see.
How do you feel about this, Jeep?
I like it. I think you have a lot of stun.
Yep,
Yeah,
he's playing Storm.
Could I squint real quick to have a look?
So this is the real
Okay,
test, right?
okay.
Continue about the MK.
Oh yeah, no, I like. Yeah, I just think you have loads of heroes. You have a lot of stuff down. I think I kickoff game with and it's I need him to become. A lead mid game where they can take over map with. Wow. Because they're pretty greedy.
A lot of resources required to kind of make off work. Teague, what's your read on the situation? Game 1 for both of these squads. Extremely important game because it sort of sets the pace for the rest of the season. And it's like new identities for both of these teams. What do you like more after all has been said?
I prefer Extremes. IG's lineup and outplay them. Their heroes, they either are not in the fight or they are in the middle of it. One for execution, one for this team play, you're going to lose numbers, especially when there's turnaround from root. Like all of Extreme thrives on the haha, you made a mistake, now we fight you after. I think just the player to player matchup on Extreme and the fact that draft is so reactionary.
We're going to be seeing on it. It's very important for IG to win this one. Potentially, they might have done a role swap, and if they win this game, let's see if that role swap becomes permanent. Game number 1 of IG, but gaming group. Ending only.
Yes, looking forward to that. Looking for letting the Brood is something they end up regretting. I mean, it obviously was done intentionally. I can't imagine any teams are going to play a hero. The question is, do you kind of see why they did it here? Do you feel they've got a draft that says, you know what, we don't care if you have a last pick?
I mean, the Monkey King lane, we've seen that one theory crafted a couple times because you can actually be, you don't need your offlaner now to stick monkey by that, but you don't do that. I don't know. I don't think giving that. But IG, I mean, got an idea around have very comfortable. You've got pretty much. I think XG's got great count. Crazy scale. Honestly, I do too. So it's like you're playing this kind of greedy draft with. They're gonna just straight win.
Oh, for sure, because as you're saying, PA, one of the heroes that were actually pretty, they're pretty noticeable, right?
Yeah.
This isn't some +5 or +10 here and there. It goes up to quite a lot more damage on the dagger nowadays. As you see, base damage 65 at the top level, all the way up to 80. So a decent amount of damage increase. That blur change. Yeah, a little bit trickier to kind of find the PA. Got to get a bit closer.
And now the big thing about PA is when you're able to just find her, that's gonna enable. But looking at what IG does have though, besides, I mean, it's greedy cores, but at least they have a strong. Lion is gonna question mark, and he is playing it into Kaka. Right, Kaka now. I find it really. One of the first lines.
They're saying something about it here. Kaka's typing.
Is he really?
They said
Lion. Look, IG Lion. Look, he's definitely saying something about it.
Yeah, absolutely is.
You know what it was? It's probably like Emo really wanted to play Storm, and they're like, we can't give Kaka his Lion if we gotta actually take the Lion first. But they have Rubik, so the problem is now is Kaka can still.
Well, that's true.
Be Lion.
He could become the Lion.
They're talking about it. No way.
Wait, I could. Pause here. Apologies. Yep.
And the one big thing I'm gonna look at, especially time of itemization. I imagine this will be a. For the other two cores, definitely will take some time. And that's definitely why you see it. Playing versus them. Ended up losing the PA, but I thought it was a.
Oh no, they're spamming too many voice lines. They're pushing up too far, I couldn't catch it.
错的不是我，而是这个世界。
Have fun.
合作。
Great ping check. Great tick.
I think he does it every game.
Does he? This is
I always see JT
kind of his opening. Everyone's feel like have fun. Dash ping.
That is. Get on that one.
I've got to translate some of this.
All right, let's see how these battle goes because we're probably gonna have a level 1. Kaka, DPC smoke. Fire hero.
Okay, Paparazzi said, he said, I can't wait to roll in the pit. So, I guess, he's a pango.
To battle.
Gonna do around Roche.
Looking at the role overall, I'm glad she bluffed in particular versus can be difficult, and rolling it. Maybe it's something about just his playing into Monkey King. Now at this point.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he could be talking about rolling into the old holding in place. Yeah,
I think so. And, you can't go shard anymore for the spell, so you have to go.
Battle
not have, you ideally want.
Oh. Yeah, he was able to grab that rune. Why?
Yeah, Paparaz can definitely be a bit of a tough match. Coming out to the side of the Vanguard, and the buffs coming up. Storm now has 6, right? Now a new base attack time. Paparazzi. Well, should have a good time there. Top lane, I'd imagine. Dust also. Do look pretty strong. They're gonna like run over. Bottom is a scary
getting
one.
aggressive on the jungle.
Denied.
This is probably the most. Lich
Oh, for
has
sure.
received
He's just gonna be spamming spells.
Lich has received tremendous buff. It's instant now. They're not really. You just had a weird time scaling on this. You didn't want to max. Now it's like. Frost shield. Pops is gonna have crazy benefits. Oh.
Into the map just in time.
Touched on him. Very slow. I don't think I've seen anyone deviate. UI W.
I'll hold back a little bit with the Hex.
What?
They're still gonna find it. They'll pop a fairy fire turn to get the stun off, but first blood will go the way of Xtreme. Well, it takes down YW.
Attempts juke line, but Ghost farm catch back.
Denied.
Farming is a pretty good sign when you're playing.
Yeah, in the landing stage. Let's sort of start that.
And definitely not with just a lion. Not just not a very strong hero period.
There's to get again.
Level 1 is the best window. Level 1 and 2 are your best windows. Be a bit scared. Kaka. Levels.
That should help.
As you expect. Bit of a lick storm.
Hero.
You thought you were winning?
Literally having no. Now he's in. Lightstone pick.
Found a way.
You're definitely gonna. It's gonna hurt when he's got it maxed. He's got that like. I'm wondering if he gets. Or if he just goes. Such a good blurn. Oh, again. I mean, they're getting the.
You're gonna go straight in again. And there's nothing to jump on here for Xiongyu. Just gotta try and walk back up the lane. He's not making it away. Out of position a little bit there on his own.
Not the person you want to be giving this free farm plus extra kill. He actually does big blur. I like that. I think this is just. Now they can never.
Yeah, he's gonna feel pretty mid. Landing state. Start trailing back without so cannot stand it right now. JT is actually gonna be at the tree. Arrow fighter there. Really
Exciting. Set and come back. But yeah, Spider. I mean, level one is. They're
gonna go in again. POW's got the one charge. He still has a fairy fire. He's gonna be able to set up to take him down again. All these kills that most is getting involved in. This is a bit of a dream start for the PA.
turning. I'll have a little better time, but Paparaz now getting up. Kaka gonna hit 60. Yeah, amazing. Looking at the IG draft, it is tough for them to make moves. It's game reliant on each. Yeah, he's not going to be
Radiant structures are fortified.
The truck got the flux. Did about a creep before he has it. Towards the line is. We fire for that.
Over here now.
Look around here.
Over here now.
Back up. Seems like it's just quite there. Hey.
Frostbitten.
Had you chosen to live?
Haste.
And of course, at least doesn't end up dying there. Again, try and get that nicely timed move where he hits this. The kill on Storm.
Stupendous.
Lanes though. I mean, top lane is a bit right and stuff like that, but 3 lanes. Paparazzi even.
Precious
Stop filling. It's a 0 pressure. Really good PA. Top of the draft and time to start. Yeah, we're gonna have Blur, Frost Shield. I feel like the 3/4 at some point.
I mean, yeah, it kills the speed. I don't know. The only thing that's going to be a bit of a threat is like the finger, but that's not going to do it on its own. No. Outside of that, everybody's just missing their attacks onto this PA. It's going to be a problem for IG.
They're making the move now. He does have that Blur skilled up, and there is a Lich on. They might. He's got 17-1. They might just have to like settle for a couple.
Jump forward here from Ghost. With the Hex, and the backup's in. Just got them onto the 3 of them. Ghost has got the 1 charges. He's more than 5. The Blur, they can't kill him. And the turnaround's there. Xtreme Gaming should be able to get both of these. They do.
And what a cool move. TY buys an urn. So he's actually guys gonna be able to heal them up down there and keep playing on lane. That is actually really cool. I don't think we ever see them. Thought maybe for a second because DY put the frog on himself that it might. Nope. Tanky enough, had 20. And now the rotation for IG is.
If you're not killing the PA now, when are you?
No.
It's definitely a bit of a sad moment there for IG. They're going to feel that themselves. You know, they put all those resources into trying to make that play, and they don't really even come close to killing the PA.
Look at the comparison to 2,400. Dust is getting slowed down up top from this. This could be a pretty.
Dire's middle tower is under
He
attack.
doesn't get.
I mean, after that sort of play, what you did, Shiraj, you know, you're just trying to make a move with the 3 of you to go towards this PA. Work out. Go again. Where do you look next?
I think you jungle, let Lion hit 6, and then you make it. I think right now you're at
the thing that tips it over the edge.
You're just missing damage in your, you know, your offlane Marcy's gonna take a lot of time to build up. That's why it's a very greedy draft. But yeah, they the line that really hits. They want to make any. If they make an aggressive move, Lion has 6.
Emo.
Everyone again. It's Emo.
He wasn't able to zip away. He still had some mana in the tank. But I guess even so, he was 128. He would have been dead anyway. But not able to make it out there. Caught in his own jungle. Bottom lane. Backup come in.
Is under attack.
It's going to be Dust showing up.
Dust
towards Demon.
I mean, Dust want to be here.
I don't think he does. This isn't a great place of the map for IG to be. Dust will get a kill. Not the Wukongs. But it goes to Paparaz. They'll try and stand their ground. Dust, he definitely wouldn't have straight for now. Paparaz, he's got shield crash up in a second, but he's not able to make it out of the ult. Does. He's kind of doing it here, but IG got to. Okay, jumps in over the tower. Goes will quickly shut him down. But goes in his time. He should die, and he does. The burst is there from Emo, so I think they very much force it down in the bottom lane. They will get the kill. They get the mid, they get the carry. Sure, they lose their own carry, but not without Dust getting some action on the way out.
He did better. I actually thought that. I thought they would just reset out of the Wukongs, right? And then like go back in on him afterwards. They fought inside of it, and Dust was in pretty clutch. Still need a lot more. Brood is now running rampant like that. Like they do at least slow down Ghost.
Arms for the dead.
And now they do have PYW with 6. Potentially they could get another kill early on onto.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's actually it. I thought Dust was just gonna die and to get nothing out of them. Now where do you, especially at this Monkey King, very position to be in. Don't
Radiant's
go
bottom
top.
tower is under attack.
Probably isn't safe either.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under
Mid lane.
attack.
Blade.
Be careful. Position. Bottom lane now, here. Take the clear one.
PYW.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
To your stop. Kills.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
10-4. Tower. Early towers versus the trim as well. Always super important. Watch any.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Try and go for DY, but DY's already able to shield off. Be able to commit him for that one, Emo. Not enough damage. Protection's up.
Kaka, what's he gonna get? I mean, now it's a blur, a frost shield, and a living armor potentially on Ghost, so even harder to bring him down. JT, free game for this Brood, even though they did try to counterpick in the lane whatsoever. Mech is all. Jump.
Oh, they're gonna go. That big zip. Hey, on, they'll get Kaka.
That is the finger use. SPYW just really wants to get some gold to get enabled.
Stupendous!
Okay,
Precious
I guess she's just gonna be okay. Cool. No finger now. Sweet. Ghost. More aggressively.
Try and reclaim. Chance of finding the spider right now, JT. So very difficult for IG to be able to get anywhere close to killing.
They're
Take a lot.
Damages until they have some support. It's like which bit is soon finished restore. It's gonna help a lot, but the timings are coming out fast. Yeah, IG's greed is kind of playing the hands of Xtreme. They make every get the stacks already. Triple ancient stack. XG, so go as soon as the battle switch is about to be finished. Level 10 too, the high level team.
Action already 5. Very, very nice stuff for him.
And get D1. Doing really well too. Now he can just max frost shield. Standard action. Several more that he does put it on. If they they might just end up surviving.
Radiant are scanning.
Heal around jungle. Mo and qyqx.
But for IG, they need to have like a really big overgrowth. But
I'm over here!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Here I am! Double!
Okay, back down to the room. I wish I thought he was going for the first place, but he ended up straight past it, and he's now at a murder. I thought he was going to zip for the room, but he's straight back up to the high. Obviously, he didn't know that Xtreme Gaming was there waiting for him. I mean, he got quite a rude awakening.
Paparazzi had a big smile after I think he was like, what the hell is he doing? Very emo-esque, aggressive play. He gets punished right when he pushes.
Dire are scanning.
Momentum just heavily in the favor of XG. Battle Fury's done. Yeah, chilling, free farming, all 3 cores.
Radiant's top tower is under
Very
attack.
straightforward for them. IG got to make little almost
He's close.
but
He's very, very close. It's going to be tough. You can see that there in the odds. Might have just got a part. Esports. In the bag here for Xtreme. PA and aggressive.
A little something
Reason to
extra.
believe that. Goes. Great time. Game where the IG have.
QIW settles for another support kill, of course. That's one thing. Finished up, but yeah, I'm not able to. I think XG, these kills, they do not care. After gap glitch stuff, whatever, really good. Farming. Paparazzi is still keeping up the shard. It's good to chain stun, but of course not this.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Map is just fully open.
They looks to try and dive this down. Kaka with the stolen ball, lightning
Dire's
closes the
structures
gap.
are fortified.
Dust gone. Running out safe.
Dire's top tower
And of course, BYW also caught. Gonna be the one having eyes on it. Dagger sort of surprised them with the high pickup.
Steals Hex now. He has become alive.
Radiant's bottom
I didn't
tower
like the
is under
emote.
attack.
I think when they don't know that he's done on Xtreme games, but if
Dire's
your Storm is
top
doing
tower
into
is
that
under
point,
attack.
your Marcy's farming and your Monkey King's nothing's happening on the map. There's no fracture, so actually just has freedom to really that immediately start tower. And Ghost Net.
Radiant's
It's
bottom
Asian's time.
tower is under attack.
Hot stab. God.
Amazing what you found lying around.
I hope it goes dead. Might as well.
You could be tempted.
Yeah, just one shot. Safe for
With this IG. Something. We're gonna get him with the jump. No. For the Lich. No, get him. D1 is gone.
Get a bigger top.
They're gonna go in with the aggressive blink down into the river. No, he'll come in and
Vince! What the?
I mean, that's super aggressive. Look like he'll bound this on. But he's not surviving this one. But the finger blast, it's a great burst from QYQ. So actually able to bring down Ghost. More, they've got the overgrowth as well. Control onto JT. Okay, the Bruce. What okay, maybe until the Chamber comes in and suddenly Paparaz is ready to turn back in. But it was bring it momentarily. They got a couple of bits. They take down A.K.A, take down the Brood, but it ends up coming to the 4 terms. In the long run, it's still good for Xtreme.
I'm astonished that they walk up that hill blind. They don't have a ward in this river area at all. They just try to walk up versus 3 heroes. Versus Chain. Good kills. So they're hitting the PA is nice,
got the
but
PA, yeah.
I mean, Dust with jump. I don't know. He knew everyone was there too, right? Like he just jumped right into 3 heroes.
Dire's middle
I mean, maybe he
tower
didn't
is
expect
under
absolutely
attack.
everyone, but
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, I mean, I think well, Pelicans had already been used, so maybe in respect to the fact that Kaka still had the Hex.
I guess yeah, it must have been
are
something.
scanning.
No, I mean, I think I mean, at the end of the day, the PA killed, you know, forced to fight, but you know, at this point, if they're able to sort of walk away after they get the Brood, it would have been amazing. But they kind of get baited into getting a bit carried away with those 2 kills they've got. Paparaz DY able to turn it around, make sure that Xtreme can still come out on top.
Yeah, they lost their what? They had that one on the cliff initially at the start. I think AT warded it, and it's with the spiders and stuff like that. So then they just run into the fight without vision. XG, they did have vision. I think it was fresh place ops from deep.
Precious bounty.
I mean, vision in a lot of these games is super important. And now Kaka, he had Hex, now he's got it. An even better steal. Sure, he's playing versus Storm, but it seems to...
We have got it indeed, Ghost to say, he says. Chilling. Just get this Desto out first before the BKB this game.
That gives him unlocks Roche. Doesn't even have it, they're still doing it right now. Lucky shot. And it's ET saturated. It's so fragile, so tree. One dead. Jump. I like that.
Radiant's
Desto
bottom
and now
tower
his
is
DA
under
just
attack.
Boy, and a blink now for Paparaz. Access into fights. Really nice warding. I do have to give a lot of credit. Wards, keeping them inside
Dire's
the...
middle tower is under attack.
Waiting for the opportunities. IG, I mean, heavily on the back, but it's harder. Still not 12, but she did find a Brigand's. Problem is that it's the Marcy pick. It's just so answered. Because there's this frost shield, lucky shot, there's the Opa, there's elements that
That should help.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
clear the way out of this area.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Illusion.
Hunting. I won't now. As soon as he sees the goats, he's clearing this. Mess around longer.
They scouted everything though. Spiderlings from JT sent into the jungle. Saw all 4 heroes started. So he's probably telling his team, hey, they might smoke pretty soon. Tons of information now.
Man's gonna try for the setup. Right, the vortex. Whenever you're looking to close the gap, one get range for the stun, and Emo's now out of mana.
The high 5, and that now has revealed that ward. JT very aware. But heroes, maybe 4.
Minus 4.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Joining.
And I'll go down.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
In it. Level 6. Here.
Have a regen room for the storm to play with.
So
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Fights are incredible. You probably have to just go paparazzi.
Radiant are scanned.
So maybe even see why stopping from.
Nice. Successful scan.
Dire are scanning.
Pretty nice item timing. EA Glimmer on Lich. And then there's no hope for IG to win it. Already kind of feeling that way anyway. It be done for PA. Plus an Aegis. I think what, JT? JT has a Hex also. So pretty huge items.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Matt. Amen.
No BKB still.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
By G.
Radiant's bottom tower
Position
is
to
under
mid.
attack.
The middle, top lane where action. Done on JT.
By the way, last pick's group. For the overall, pretty much last pick.
And I mean, it's
last pick.
as you said, I think, but definitely was a case
Dire's
that they
top
were
tower is
leaning
under attack.
more on the matchup in the lane, kind of causing issues for the Brute, but it did in this game. JT didn't get.
Top 2 net worth.
Radiant's bottom
Probably
tower
not getting through
is
again.
under
At
attack.
least not the point where it's left into if the availability is the fifth.
And also
Dire's
maybe they're
top
gonna
tower has
opt away
fallen.
from going for 3 right-click
Radiant's
cores.
middle
Literally all
tower
3
is
of their
under
cores is
attack.
right-click, and it's a
Stupendous.
PA and a Lich. 2 of the best heroes in the game versus the...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
all the answers. Top tower, outpost.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
items.
attack.
We're ready and willing. Done for Monkey.
Won't be able to match the amount of damage out from
Illusion.
if Ghost is able to get on top of him.
On the other like small things too, right? Is they have a Marcio, so it's carried from offlane, meaning we got no Greaves, we got no Aura carriers. Well, outside of XG. And these spiders, I mean, look at this. Like these spiders are non-stop scouting. Like IW just got trapped by a spider there for so much information. Fucking is 5 hero.
And
Not paying off. XG is more than happy to continue.
And if then
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Take them out. Not going to be easy.
Oh, what I miss?
Their arms
Invisibility.
save one another.
Triple BKB will make it easier for them to like bypass. Now the focus firing is how far not easy. And as we've
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's like it feels like they have to go on the supports, but then it's like he's just gonna roll.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I feel like someone's just got to.
Radiant are
Like,
scanning.
you've got to rely on PYW to get some sort of hex or kind of tango, and then the rest of the team kind of has to just kill the bottom.
No dust is still lingering.
Paparaz and the trees. He's got the BKB TP, so they're probably kill him.
Got the basher immediately on Paparazzi. Still got to execute with potential.
That should help.
Very nice. Spell steal. Traverse the map.
With a jump at the stun, goes in with a BKB. As he's taken out Zhongyu, takes out qyqx, and he's ready to turn towards the carry, take out Dust, triple kill, Ghost. I mean, at this point, they're just making it look easier on the P8.
Dire's
Perfect timing again. It's perfect ward from XG. Right? They just wait. They see everybody with that ward. Ghost knows exactly where to jump. I think they cross shield is better than there by accident, but it doesn't even matter. No damage from IG. No magical and
Dire's
no
middle tower is under attack.
Ghost. Up to the high ground push.
Dire's structures are fortified.
It's too greedy. It's the storm
Radiant's top
kicking
tower
Marcy course.
is under attack.
Nice. PA's.
Yeah, it's like, okay,
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I have a very successful lane as well to line, and I don't think it's dominate everything. It really feels like it's
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's like, yeah, there's 9 kills by G, but look at who they're on. 4 are DY, 2 are Kaka, 6 of those 9 are the 2. And he's already queued him back. The position is extremely ideal. He does get the actives in this game. He's going to have the dispels for the root and whatnot too. And he's just going to...
Pretty impossible here for IG.
They need time, but as you said, time doesn't matter. They need MKBs, stuff, but very far away.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
But JT is still alive. Forward.
What's that?
Did take a bit of time. They get the kill. Still got pretty much took everything. And people got from Zhongyu's life. Tried to jump in and see if they get more. They weren't getting anything more out of that. Kill the spider.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Pretty much have to use everything.
He's used, treated him opportunity to get an ult off. I see JT moved somehow.
It was close.
Stop. Everything.
Did the Invictus have any sort of protection there? It felt like
I thought they had us on PY2. I think maybe it got dispelled from 3. I didn't get to actually see it.
oh, they just I'm on.
I just got it.
Oh, yeah,
Just picked it up.
Yeah. Getting on the replay. Kill takes so much.
It's the ideal one. It's how XG wanted like to go. Like JT wants to get jumped here. Yeah, Dust was dispelled. Like. They're bringing their
usage. Max. Continue to find out with the BA 22.
This could be this is the rampage I
He could get a rampage.
definitely get a rampage.
Definitely potential.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Especially if it's like the way the fights
Dire's
are always
middle
gonna
barracks are under attack.
most free. And yes, full freedom. Now Rax,
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant are
do it
scanning.
again. Did it again. I mean, he does this a couple times. But
Structures are fortified.
just blink them.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Let's try and get out to guys. They just to the back of those, and then it will go. Oh my goodness! 1,200 damage crit coming out there from Ghost, which swiftly says goodbye to Emo's luck.
But he did a nice little fancy play with the blink.
Has fallen.
I mean, they know. They know that the game is pretty much impossible.
But it's been that way for a while here.
Dire's top tower has
The
fallen.
Lotus Orbs now also.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
I think they'll definitely make more of a conscious effort to not leave themselves open for the possibility of being engaged
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
like they have been here.
Yeah.
As you say, it's just one of those rare games that you see where it's... What can they do? What can they do? They didn't give themselves a chance against this hero.
Nope, triple physical cores, limited magical damage from physical cores.
And they had the chance, right? Because with the PA came out and then they decided to give the Monkey King.
Yeah, I mean, they wanted a solution. You didn't think about Red. If they had Storm and Marcy.
They're probably, oh my goodness, they got for it. We forgot about Bruno. Pick something for this matchup.
Yeah.
And then, oh, hang on. Wait, who's going to kill this PA? Looks like that's been the case here.
Dire's
Picking
bottom
up
tower is under
kills here.
attack.
Ghost full of pistol on his way out. Come on.
Reminding me of the VT old day. I want to build up like a 50,000 gold lead. The JT does. So.
Amazing
Dust
what you
has
found.
MKB.
All right.
A little too late. His other two core. Let's go. Go Blake. I know.
Oh, God. What's this part looking over? As you say, MKB, then he's like, I'm still trying here.
Emo's done this before. He did this last summer.
But he's still in games
The
with
game when they were
losses.
losing. Yeah, they were heavily losing and he bought one.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Game at the game.
Yeah, okay. I think it's gonna be nice. Take him some time to get it.
Probably not the third item you want to see on your store.
I mean, you're a crafter, but you get this nice mana cost
Dire's
reduction.
bottom tower has
If you do a bit quick blink before you start zipping about.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah.
There's some theory to this.
There's definitely something
Radiant
there.
structures
When the Knolls
are
were
fortified.
rush in the bottle. They're ready.
I could look at you all day.
One team's like stock. Can't
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
PYW, Paparaz is in for the rolling thunder. They will jump onto the PA. There's a little bit of control, but not enough to stop him from getting off his BKB. JT will still end up falling, so IG, not a bad jump. A bad jump at all, considering the situation they're in. They'll get a couple of kills.
MKB, the Mindbreaker. Why maybe being a little overzealous too? Getting the hell in there. IG. Probably not. She's.
He was not expecting Kaka to be here.
Yep, he's playing Lion. Up top, this is a big kill if they get on the tree also. He has both of the gems. Nice. Oh my. Kaka, he's stalking him.
He's gone as well. The sea creeps attack. Oh, Hex! Just trying to help out. But in attempt to kind of put his own self in danger. The swashbuckles bring him. There's BKB on the Monkey King. So, well, he's going to try and stand his ground, but he's dead. They wanted to try and help qyqx in the situation, no. But it's costed them everything.
No, we gotta protect the gems.
Yeah.
Wait,
dead now.
We lost all 3 cores.
Got buyback on the 2 of them.
Back to business.
And the gems are protected. Did you know qyqx did make it out?
True. But at what cost?
There.
Dire's bottom tower.
It might have to buy on.
Dire's structures are fortified.
30 seconds. He really doesn't want to buy back before. Say, Mega's likely claimed.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
Seconds.
bottom tower has fallen.
He's scouting the rush
Dire's
area.
middle tower is under attack.
Back to them.
Like,
they're like, we don't know. Kaka will yell at us, and so will on him if we make a mistake. Have a lead, so Kaka has tons of words. And they'll find an arcane side of it. This
who's taking the axe? Probably giving it to the pan.
Yeah, I mean, he did opt to skip away from it, right? He went back.
Sure. Try and head over IG.
Never do that. 3D core is in the game.
Generation.
Take that one.
Arcane Reservoir.
Dire's middle
Say
tower
yes.
is under attack.
Goes.
Wait, what is going on in this jungle? Why are there like tier 1 neutral?
I saw JT brought them.
Oh, he just brought them and dropped them?
Oh, is that what he did? Yeah, it was on his courier. Like a fairy trinket and a broom handle.
He has the arcane ring too. I guess he's just dropping neutral items in their face.
There, okay, there you go.
Yeah, like he found him like a... They're on the jungle. They're on the near the ward on the left side there. Handle and the truck. Beaming on him. Jump.
He's ready to take that off him. Couple of hits and dust is gone. Buybacks, of course, have come out straight from the 2 of them. And the jump and the got the damage though. Ghost. The jump out of the Wukong's command. Emo will continue to try and chase him. Although the evasion causing issues, not enough to save him from going down the 1. So that's gone. They've lost QIW, they've lost qyqx. qyqx still has buyback available. Does have to be careful. Already brought back for this. And indeed, they'll tap out. Know that they can't turn this one around anymore. GG is board. This game 1. Xtreme. I definitely went back to the drawing board in terms of the draft. It's got well and truly punished. They knew the opening, they knew the weakness of their lineup on IG, and they.
He has some really good counters in this game.
Whisper going to drag the remaining creeps back to the lane proper. Bit of damage on the celery though. Has to fairy fire the double blink strike, and Whisper with the first blood. Ooh, it starts off well.
Or are they celery? Another blink strikes available.
Oh, you're right. Back in on top of the Rubik. Tricks of the trade and the final touch. There it is. Whisper with another kill, chaining away from Duraccio. And Whisper's the one with all the stacks on him, so Matthew will take a fair number of hits to kill him.
Yeah, he has
like Ursa can.
7 Furious White charges.
got Quinn down in the bottom rune spot. 3 seconds to go, and C-Smile deciding he wants to fight around this, forcing Tofu away. The Fortune's End is there, and in we go.
They took the rune away from Quinn, but in terms of first EXO, there's not going to be any damage dealt to a tower.
Whisper stuck behind this tier 1 top, might be in a bit of trouble now. Yeah, getting ripped to shreds by the
Necessary to get Lasso going. If he's going to be farming the jungle, we'll put the next point in Firefly.
Attempting on Panda. Good damage from the Ench, and Tofu's Tiny secures the kill. Paparaz still level 5, trying to get the bashes onto Ace. C-Smile rotates. They'll look for this Enchantress kill in the tree. Yeah, Matthew lassoed up. That right of the Chrono in the Firefly still, focusing the Tiny. And Quinn, full HP with Duracio's help, will get on top of Paparaz with some Fury swipes in the overpower, but C-Smile tracking back to bully this Ursa. He doesn't have much left in the tank. Fortune's End flies out to try and...
Batrider is countered. He was supposed to be Chrono.
Yeah, straight on the edge. Paparaz needs a backup from DP and Timbersaw, but it's still a difficult target to bring down. The Avalanche looks good, but Ace still going to fall. Now Paparaz moves on the Tiny. Tofu in trouble. And Game Gladiator is going to cut their losses. Try and get Quinn out of danger. Cancel TPs down to bottom. And move away from here, but Whisper wants to keep on diving. You'll Scepter up, C-Smile catches. Whisper held down by the Death Troll Pit, and they'll dive behind this tier 2 tower. Yeah, smoke breaks, Panda knows. Spot the Tiny in the trees. Plant him up. Catch him out. E.G. bring Mage Slayer is next from Ace. He's dived under his tier 1. Matthew spotted him. Timbersaw on top of the Ench, but the Nature's Attendant, tons of heal, and there's the Sproing, the Rainbow Impetus shot, launching out onto Matthew, nearly killing Ricky, but he gets off the tricks of the trade, while C-Smile in behind this tier 1. Diving Ace, the Chrono comes, Tofu and Ace both caught inside, and Whisper with a Chakra will finish it off yet another kill. Tofu down, and C-Smile is unstoppable. No EXO.
Smoke, no Chrono, no EXO.
We're going to play forward, sleep up the Batrider, but Matthew's the one to get blown up by Duraccio. Does have to use the Enrage to get behind his tower. Quinn wants back in though. C-Smile
sleeping guard, that's big.
The false promise. Affix's Void could get caught off through the control. Matthew going to start things off with a sleeping dart though. Straight onto Quinn and forcing his BKB early on. Half health for Batrider while C-Smile. Avalanche for now. Holding his BKB in the Yules. Now has to use it, but the Ursa's damage substantial against the DP, and EG are the ones who have to run. Pretty nice against all these spellcasters. Trying to catch out Whisper top lane. Lasso is there, and the down from Duraccio trying to kill him off, but a Timber Chain and the arrival of C-Smile slows things down. Wanted to chase Duraccio, and Whisper getting some revenge, but Game Gladiators, they are all here. Avalanche toss, Whisper about to die. The Vault Promise is there, and Panda keeps him alive. A killing spree for him as they dive in. C-Smile falls, but Duraccio dead.
Oh, look at this damage from Enchantress.
Spikes them all to death.
Have another one.
Radiant scanning off to the right, that turns red as well, so everybody knows the direction the opponents are coming from. Ricky starts with a sleeping dart, the jump in from Paparaz, no Chrono yet. Tofu trying the Avalanche
so low.
Ricky being focused down as Duraccio and Quinn straight onto him. Tofu and Matthew trading lives, and Quinn just trying to chase up here, but C-Smile keeping them at bay while Duraccio trapped in between 3 of EG, down to half health. They've got the bit of save and a buying time from the Yules.
Avalanche.
KP looking to jump back in the Avalanche again, but there's a false promise from the Oracle. Aegis already claimed up as Duraccio linking back to his side of the map. And the 2-man Chrono there, catching both supports. Quinn and Ace still on the outskirts though, doing an awful lot of damage here. And Paparaz is struggling to stick on a target. Celery with the Spirit Siphons, trying to roleplay as Boxy, but can't quite get the job done. And now Ace trapped in place. Quinn and Duraccio on this high ground, not able to rejoin the fight. EG will come out victorious.
Finished on Whisper, so double Chakram.
Panda. False promise. Not going to help him out too much here.
Under attack.
Drag back into the flames of Quinn. EG looking to press into this enemy ancient spot where they do have high ground vision. Straight up Chrono, catch Rubik and the Ench. They They need the damage onto Ace as quickly as possible, and Whisper will provide that. Blow up the Enchantress. She gets off a Sprite. The next attendant's not going to heal her. Balderaccio jumps on the Paparaz. DKB and full promise required to buy the time he needs. Time walks a little bit off, and now the Ursa kind of stuck here. Lift up, drag back, not saving you from Whisper's reinitiation. Very attentive EG, focusing the targets they need, and diving this tier 2 for the Rubik kill. The cherry on top.
Shard upgrade. Didn't even use the oh my god, he has the Force Staff and Ogre Shield Totem as well. With the shard plus Time Walk.
So much mobility.
The gap. They caught him.
Yeah, lassoed up, but the Urals make sure that the Ursa can't do the damage, and Paparaz saved by his team, allowed to chrono this Ursa. Now Ench arriving, and a stolen one. There's the Rubik coming in clutch. Everyone from EG stuck inside. Duracho still dies. Timber chain across, looking for Tofu now. Matthew trying to jump back in onto this Enchantress, but the lift to save. Celery keeps them at bay, allows Ace to keep doing damage while Seasmile and Whisper chasing this Enchantress. Get the pesky Fawn out of here. Catch a glimpse of the Oracle, find out where Panda's playing. Matthew back to the high ground as Twin BKBs and moves up the ramp. Focusing for Kaka, he's got Time Walk off to the right. The chrono looks like a good one. They've killed Panda off though. Oracle is down, so no safety net. Duracho getting blown up though. Has to buy back a stolen chrono. Two of them trapped inside from EG, but Duracho is about to die here. Quinn has already fallen, had to buy back himself. Whisper moving in. Celery stealing the timber chain. Seasmile nearly dead. The Hurricane Pipe pushes him back, and Ace blows up the Death Prophet now. Paparaz getting tossed around near the Roach Pit, controlled up by the lift. Have they got the damage to finish him off? He time walks off to the left and Whisper is back in again. Chakram missing, the Force Staff out of Tofu, getting the distance he needs, and the stolen Chakram, Celery chucks it back at the Timber Saw. They saw Matthew taking this outpost. They've got the vision through the gen of Quinn, and plenty of damage to bring the Ricky down. The Yule Scepter on 20 HP, just delaying the inevitable, buying time. No way he survives here. Surely no way he survives here, right? He's got Blink Strike, but nothing to blink to. Well done, the Envol in the mid lane. Whisper getting gone on by Tofu and Duracho. EG, they know that the multiple members of Gaming Gladiator is pretty distant away.
I'm always sad that you can't break Tiny. It would be so funny if it just shrinks. Double Abyssal, Lotus Orb.
That's it back. Tofu's in though with the Avalanche toss.
EG's alone here.
Gladiator is bringing 4 members to kill off Whisper. Seasmile gonna go for the BKB TP. Duracho trying to close the gap to Tofu and Ace here.
Thinking about it.
Go straight for the chrono. Exo as well. They really want to kill Ace here. Gaming Gladiators rallying around the Enchantress. She's got off the BKB and the attendants. Enchantress with some more sprites could actually play her way out of this one. Tofu going to survive. Dragged away from Paparaz. And now they've moved back in onto the Faceless Void. He's going to try and time walk it off thanks to the False Promise. But now Panda, the target of choice for Tofu and Celery, has the Fate's Edict on him, so protected against the magic damage, while Paparaz and Smile chasing Quinn now. The Bat Rider gets turned on. This fight is dragging out forever as another chrono from Paparaz. Straight onto the Tiny and Ursa. Ench left up, so the damage is lacking, and EG, they've done it now. Holding their high ground, coming out to play into the southern jungle and finding the Enchantress. A Yule from Matthew finds a bonus target. Celery's Rubik trying to flicker away, but doesn't get any distance. So Whisper. The additional bonus from the Halberd on ranged heroes.
Enchantress getting very close to her level 25.
Blink initiation. Ursa gets lifted and forced out away. Ace gets the attendants out, points back, but Kaka just keeps on chasing. Chrono's up the Enchantress now. Looking to blow up Ace. There is buyback available, and of course Ace in the hands of the Ursa still. DP caught inside that chrono along with Whisper, unable to keep giving chase. Trying to blink and timber chain across. Might be able to get a catch with the side device. What is that? Is that flamethrower stolen by Rubik? Gets up to the high ground, away we head. Lots of expenditure here from EG. Chrono, Exo, still wanting to find more, but a Blink Lasso, Batrider.
Another one.
Goes for the double lasso on the Faceless Void as Celery annihilated by Matthew and the Timber Saw in the back line. Comes with a double damage rune as well, and he walks straight into the middle of them. Lincoln's popped. He does get Scythe. Ursa on him. The backup there from the Oracle. False Promise and the big chrono. Batrider caught up in it. Quinn being battered into the ground. dead for 2 minutes. Ace might be found as well, but they're going to go for the backline. Rubik being destroyed by Paparaz Faceless Void. Time walks back in, looks for Ace, reverses it, rewinds, backs away. As Tofu splits the fight, multiple directions. Paparaz and Whisper find Duratio under the smoke screen, can't do anything, caught up and killed.
They're constantly disarmed both of the cores of Gaming Gladiators.
They can't do
deal
anything.
damage.
Duratio finally gets to open up onto a target and he slept. He's hexed. Control for days on end. There's no end in sight, just being blown up and controlled everywhere. Duratio gets tossed across to the Oracle, but Panda, even has to disarm his own, gets the baiting down, and the damage is down. Whisper with a double kill. Well, Ace
Like Batrider. This can't be correct. Like that's one stick in a palm, and then maybe like some Firefly damage, and EG's wanna close this one out. There are no buybacks available. This is game, Gary.
Yeah, looks like it. They'll try and glyph. Maybe Ace can sproik his way to a base defense. But it looks like EG have got this one in the bag now. A very close fought game one. Very tight battles. And it looked like Gaming Gladiators using their windows to perfection. But EG, with these chronospheres, the late game protection of the false promise out of Oracle, and the itemization, hexing, darting, halberting, so much annoyance that Edge can't do a damn thing. She spends half the game in the sky.
Disarmed again.
Disarmed damage more. And GG is cold. EG take game one.
They disarmed the Enchantress. Back on Io. There's gonna be a lot of sustain, and this.
Radiant's middle
They want this first blood. They want Ace.
Go in on them with a rebound, catching profit. Damage from the TA and first blood grabbed by Paparaz. Come towards the top room spot and find a DD. Tofu faster with the fingers as Whisper has just solo killed Duratio.
Oh no, I was watching this top rune.
And Matthew, yeah, fighting with Panda and Sea-Smile. Now he lands a stun, catches Tusk unaware.
What a disastrous spot. Like I'm not sure why you're even stuck
Whisper!
there.
Radiant's
Tofu on his
top
own
tower
couldn't do
is
too
under
much.
attack.
Maybe with Quinn arriving now. Out down with the tag team, plenty of damage. Disposed though, stops Quinn's movement forward. This is all while Paparaz continues to get free farm and even goes for the solo kill. Ace close to death and he gets finished off. Sea-Smile taking large camp stacks. Might get jumped on here with a snowball, but the swashbuckle misses. Walrus punch connects and the roll of thunder inside the shards gets them the kill. Now EG wanting to answer the aggression. Onslaught trample, finding Tofu. Tusk is pulverized.
13 and a half minutes into the game.
Could be nasty. Whisper is in a 1v2 situation, going straight for Celery. Let's see if he can. No tether available for him. EG starting to swarm. 3 heroes heading down to that bottom jungle. Matthew is alone for now, and that Wrath of Nature. Every 2 minutes he's got a new item. Dragonlance, Deso, Blink. Rebound in from Matthew. Drag back Tofu. So his Blink will be a little delayed now as they go for yet another objective. Even trying to collapse on the enemy Ancient's high ground, looking for Celery. Finds his target. Ace. There we go with a stun connecting. Matthew's in. Control the profit. Got the trample damage. Snowball will delay the death of the Tusk here. Take a little while longer for them to kill him off, but eventually he will fall.
He wants to be able to pick that one up, get a shard, most likely as his next item. Troll getting caught.
Yeah, they've got the snowball shade. Let's see if EG can control up the troll, but handing 300 gold over to the IO, in fact. That's Quinn. Trying to shield crash his way out of this. Whisper will still have the pulverizer. Melt strike, there it is. One hit kill. They come in with a troll. Celery tethered up to Duratio, focusing onto Matthew, killing off the Marcy. While Panda and Whisper holding the line. Paparaz wanting to run away from this. Doesn't want to battle into Gaming Gladiators anymore. Thinks about it though. Jumps forward and kills the troll. Waited and bided his time. Looks for Tofu now. A few more swipes out of this Deso. TA is going to find multiple kills. A mega kill for him so far. And he wants to go live back for a double.
Your towers aren't going to die. Where's the follow-up?
It's not coming, is it? Sea-Smile with Whisper. They're on top of this IO, pulverizing Celery, looking to finish him off, and they'll get the job done. And now Quinn, he's got one shield crash, but the damage from Paparaz is just
not enough.
So big.
Sitting on 1,400 gold, level 17.
And they're going aggressive in the bottom jungle.
Aggressive mid.
He's going to solo kill him. Tofu dying in the mid lane, straight up to Paparaz. Gets a wicked 6 streak with Matthew in this bottom jungle, found by Duratio and Celery. Now in comes Whisper though. Looking for the control on Duratio with Sea-Smile chasing forward. Rock throw is there, connects on one of the heroes. Quinn gets stunned. and the split earth comes. C-Smile turned on, Illusion Rune popped, and he's got that protection into the ethereal form thanks to his Ghost Scepter. Full step
out
back,
in 7 seconds.
and now the battle trans with the roll to the connecting. They're going to find C-Smile here. Kill off the ledge and get
They're gonna time it correctly.
Going to find Paparaz. Aegis is gone. He's got BKB though. No mana to play with. They need Whisper to protect the Templar Assassin as quickly as they can, but the root is there, and Durantio with a double kill. Gaming Gladiators, they are destroying EG in his bottom jungle, and
Like, I was watching him. He did kill Tofu. Oh, they're still not done.
They want Whisper out. Come back here. Primal Beast, where you going? Matthew jumps off to the left. He's going to get finished off by the spirits and the hits from Ace, while the punch from Tofu gives him the old left-right.
That one gold. C-Smile needs to be careful. Ghost Scepter will keep him alive for a while.
Yeah, very careful against this troll. He wants Celery real bad. Forces the mech early on. Whisper coming back in with a rock throw missing, sadly. Durantio, 7 seconds for Battle Trance, and no BKB, so he'll die.
He is a range hero. This Ford is going to scout out Quinn.
Hello there, Pango. Global silence for him as well.
He knows. They will have to get it somewhere, so Gleipnir going to help out tremendously. C-Smile going for a solo.
Tofu has the snowball. Blink on cooldown for a couple of seconds, and that damage spilling onto it, make sure there is no jump away. Whisper in the meanwhile, aiming bottom lane, connects the onslaught onto the troll, and walks it back. Looks like Quinn knows what's up. Goes back to his own ancients, connects onto Matthew. Rolling Thunder, trying to get into the back lines as well. Whisper being found with the Walrus Punch there, the Global to give the coverage, and a 4-staff away.
Miss uphill!
Gets Whisper away from danger, and you're right, Quinn surviving on 100 HP. Now Ace the one in trouble though. The blink forward, the meld, the damage. Ace with the TP home survives while Quinn will die. Troll and Iron still sticking around. The shard blocking in Paparaz. Does he have the protection for his team to dispose to buy a bit of space and time? Paparaz in the sprout now. Whisper comes from the trample. He's battering into Durantio, pulverizing the IO, and it looks like Gaming Gladiator's going to get blasted out of this triangle. Relocate into Whisper.
My favorite snack. IO coming back.
Who's getting the kill?
Of this Pango, even harder. AC that you mentioned coming out shortly. Needs a bit more time.
Oh, Quinn. Hello. Whisper's found him. I guess the trap gave a little bit of vision, so he throws the rocks at him. Dangerous territory for them to be walking up high ground.
Oh my god, almost gets one shot.
Oh god! He's not gonna die.
Radiant team ban.
Xtreme
Gaming's turn to ban.
No, not Eastern Europe.
They're also kind of weird.
5 slots for Europe.
I mean, it's the strongest region. What can you do? Like,
Oh god, no.
That's a bit much.
Is it?
No, I'd actually be down for China to lose slots and like SCA and SA to gain. I think 4 is the maximum that any region should ever have.
Sorry, who again?
SCA and SA.
SCA should.
Just for the memes, you know.
Just for the memes? Yeah, sure. But if we're doing memes, then China should retain full slots.
No. Okay. Look at it this way, right? It's for root development. When a root had time and
Extreme
the thing
Gaming's
works,
turn to ban.
then you should do the other region, cultivate.
Yeah, but C did terribly at the last
How many slots do you have? C has
3.
3.
Yeah, they have 3.
Wait,
Three is a
you want to give us 4?
It might be. Okay, don't give him 4. Don't give him 4. I retract. I retract.
Holy shit, he's high as fuck.
Alright, so we're all in agreement though. Doesn't go the way of the opposite side.
Not to NA.
Probably not.
Give them 3 slots.
No.
Give him 4 slots. No.
That would be perfectly fine if we did it like traditional sports. Everyone has the same slots, no matter what. Let's have that distribution forever.
Yeah,
It's
that could also be
like, this is how we
wholesome. It's like very wholesome option. To bring it back, now that I think about it, 1 slot from China, give it to SA.
Yeah,
I'd be happy with that.
I'm okay with that.
That sounds like a healthy change up for the scene.
I think that's fine.
Alright, cool.
Well,
Nice.
let's figure out Dota for now. As we fix the entire DPC system.
Yeah,
we can now
1 slot
look
at a time. Yeah.
Yay.
Whilst on the Chinese broadcast, we're talking about removing their slots to a different region.
Yeah.
So the Chinese broadcast, unfortunately, you have to bear with us a little bit longer. We have another drop before us. IG are playing on Radiant side. They have themselves access to the first pick. Team Gaming on Dire on second pick. I love this opening tiny DP is really good hero. IG Phoenix with the Marcy, so they're still sticking with the Shangin Marcy. They're like, well, we don't want to try anything else just yet. His Brewmaster, like you did, gonna get banned every game. How do we feel about this Phoenix here as a partner to the Master opener?
Pretty nice against the heroes, right? Especially
remaining.
When DP pops her ult, this is egg. This egg is going to
5 seconds remaining.
I think like when Tiny
Xtreme
wants to combo
Gaming's
as well,
turn to
Sunray
ban.
is down. So it's just kind of like mitigates, like, it doesn't really do much.
It's one of the best spots, at least. Here is it's in viral, like it just much better. Other regions play it.
10 seconds remaining.
In the game, you're not overplaying your hand. You are just
5
strong in
seconds
lane.
remaining.
Not the strongest hero in
In
lane.
lane.
Like, it's hit or miss in lane, but the way that China plays the hero at least, it
He
feels
nearly
good.
said it.
Yeah.
He nearly said it.
Yeah. So it's, we know it's a bit between us. But yeah, so like Phoenix in lane is very
Radiant
hit or miss,
team
but I feel like
ban.
China knows how to draft around it at least. That's finding it. And in game, when Must jumps in, if there's an egg on top of that, it's like you're gonna isolate one hero, and then you have to disengage from the egg. If you go through the egg, see the no jump punish. So this egg, it's like kind of bait. Trade Phoenix
10 seconds remaining.
kill 2-3 heroes because of how Marcy plus other heroes. I like the hero in China.
5 seconds
And also
remaining.
just like having some access to team fight. We saw them in the previous Treant Protector, the overgrowths were somewhat hit or miss, so
Xtreme
I think something that's a bit
Gaming's
more
turn to
simple
ban.
in level execution can help a lot as well.
These bans are my G.
No
PTSD.
That's just disrespect. That's like, well, alright guys, thanks for that lashing, but it's never gonna happen again.
I thought they would ban Lich, honest. Just it felt like it made Marcy so both in lane
10
and in the game.
seconds remaining.
I watched the lane and struggled constantly. It went
5
exactly as
seconds
you
remaining.
imagined. Poke down, die. Can't go in, can't be angry. Just say aggressive. Can't be mad.
I mean, like,
It would be pretty decent here as well, right? So you have the Lich plus the Death Prophet. That would be pretty nice. And DP always functions really well when there's something that allows her to go in, keeping her alive with the Frost Shield.
two clear options in my mind: Lich or
Tree.
CM.
You don't think Tree?
I mean, Tree's alright, but it's like the thing with Tree is argument with Phoenix and Tree. It's like Tree overgrowth, Phoenix eggs, and then you engage.
Radiant team ban.
It's a very awkward battle the entire game. Kind of skirmishing here. It's not hard. I think fighting. We've mentioned how nerfs recently, and on top of that, I see Xtreme's lineup. It's like thrive
10
running
seconds
you already.
remaining.
When you have X, you and heroes behind it. See them? In lane phase, we saw
5
Ledge
seconds
dumps
remaining.
Marcy Gray. I've mentioned CM in the previous. Yeah, when I see Marcy Core, like it's combos with Prophet. Line to pick points from the next phase.
I'm awesome. It's basically an instant stun, really. It's like if Phoenix ever dived in, you could just pull him straight out of it. I think this spite chance. Nice, but it,
An egg. If
you
he's like staring at you, locked into his eye, anything.
As soon as the game.
But I
like
like
3
that.
seconds, and then he's able to.
Yeah, it's good against Phoenix, and also it's just nice, you know, like a Storm Spirit and stuff.
Extreme
I think it's just,
Gaming's turn to ban.
when you think
Do you
of
think they're
instant
gonna
Hex
Storm?
stuns, you think of like Shadow Shamans and Lion.
One of the more underrated aspects of the hero, but definitely one of these things. So in the previous game, right, the amount of times that this Marcy will be trying to get into the fight, and before you can even pop out, immediately you get ganked, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, this sucks. I don't really
10
do much anymore.
seconds remaining.
And another underrated part of Lich is the Shard. It gives a totem,
5
it gives vision.
seconds
It's
remaining.
really, really nice. Powerful when you're playing into
Extreme
high ground, maybe you're
Gaming's
some
turn
raid
to
just going up there, you
pick.
see everything. Love Lich. Big fan of Lich.
So we get the Lich again right now for Xtreme Gaming. We already know Sean is going to have a struggle of a laning phase just by dint of this being available.
Yep.
Are there any 4 positions that are available in the draft right now that could help ameliorate that somewhat?
10 seconds
No,
remaining.
Phoenix, that would suck.
I mean, quick +1 here
5
for IG.
seconds
Too bad.
remaining.
Like
Yeah.
stealing spells from Lich or Tiny is gonna make it feel nice. Caveat to that is then you need to lock in your carry mid lane, and you don't have any information from it. There's a Tiny, there's Death Prophet, they can be core, they can be to something. The idea is like you need one big core plus some hero without not much information, and that's what the issue is when you're with
Radiant team
you're
pick.
already locking it in.
I really like the Shadow Demon ban as well. That was the first hero my mind went to, but then
To T's point about having to pick the situation sheet without that much information, always helps if we can pick a hero that can be flexible. This SF, normally, yes, we become accustomed to him in the safe lane role, but Team Aster did demonstrate the mid tech to us earlier today, so there is potential it feels like that they might still end up flexing this. It makes it, I guess you get to witness the matchup and then decide afterwards.
You know what's the best part of the SF is that the last time Emo played Storm mid, Dust played SF on the safe lane.
Yeah.
That's
what I was thinking.
Okay.
So yeah, Dust is the only SF player so far for the team, and it does give that scenario where
Gaming's turn to
might need more stuff. And okay, for mentioning not having much information, heroes that now again a bit ambiguous, but Shadowfiend mid, Tusk 4, and they're locking in Emo's carry last. So not really flexing too much.
Sure, it can be Dust mid on Tusk.
And oh yeah, safe
5
Shadowfiend.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I just really am not keen for Marcy. It's just like two physical damage heroes. It's gonna make them worse than already.
I just had.
Okay, I respect.
I think, okay, so my concern right there was, I think, last tour, there was a lot of games with Dust when he was playing his Tusk, struggling his net worth. Tusk, there's clear routes with position where it's either Midas, Deso, I think BKB, the 4 items in any variation can enable you to pop, and I feel like struggled finding the correct ones, and it's like the bottom. So if he's playing a mid Tusk, hoping that he's at least found his and yeah, it's kind of my one concern.
Hoping that it is going to
10 seconds remaining.
Ideally for me, he gets to play mid because then if he does go for this Deso that you're talking about, much faster access to the Roshan pit in tandem with the SF, and they have to play against an Ursa, so it only feels super nice that you can rob the Ursa away from getting those Roches.
Protection is IG theme in this game right now. With Ursa into Shadowfiend in a 1v1 matchup, Shadowfiend. Could argue there's some Hurricane Pike butterfly style strat you can go for Shadowfiend, but that takes so much time that BKB will be online for Ursa, and he naturally likes to play him. Very hard matchup for Riven, especially when Xtreme. They also have
Xtreme Gaming's turn to ban.
Break them up quite early and prevent Shadowfiend hitting that kind of.
I'm looking at this Ursa and I'm terrified about it because I'm looking at the rest of this IG draft. I see two problems for the versus Ursa. One, burst damage is not really their friend, right? In terms of being able to 100 to 0 the Ursa without him getting off the enrage. And secondly, which is a huge problem, is like T was mentioning, it's good into this SM, but also your main team fight tool, the Supernova, suddenly not nearly as good as it was prior to this Ursa pick.
It's a little rough playing in Ursa. I'm trying to imagine like a world where Tusk gets like Blink and can start with like a punch on Ursa and they follow up with SF ult. They want to get like Arcane Blink, but that's like way down the line. I don't think it feels that good. I'm also looking at I didn't like this Tusk pick because you're playing into Lich. It goes both ways, right? It's like if a fight has started on Xtreme, you've got the Frost Shield on them, this Tusk isn't going to be able to do any damage. But on the other hand, if you can start with the Tusk, catch them by surprise, they're not going to have that armor yet. So
10 seconds remaining.
I'm not the biggest fan. Like you said, the Ursa just should have a free time.
Students ban as well. They're banning out Ember. Pick Tusk mid, whatever, but like we respect the idea of that potential different mid hero, and it also be very reactionary.
Xtreme Gaming's turn to ban.
Tusk ban is like the old school version. Ban Venom to pick, for example, and now this is the same thing.
Oh, good point. Tusk with an SF carry.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, there's some. I really hope mid.
5 seconds remaining.
So many better heroes. That's my one negative I will bring.
Well, they're gonna have to give up the information first as to who's going where, because they have the 23 pick out of this year. Xtreme, do they ban the Storm? Probably. Is Bat already banned? Okay, Bat's already gone.
But I was hoping IT would play this. I was sad they didn't go for
Pioneer and Jet, very. I think Batrider is an incredible first pick hero when you exit the first phase, pick 8 Batrider, 2 and troll the game. Yeah, I don't think they use the hero as much. I think Aston Aries tried using it before, and they showed us it could, but again, been a losing team, and it kind of convinced to read.
There wasn't really any circumstances that it made that much of a difference, right? So for their overall squad health. So let's see here.
Squelch.
The squad.
Coin that phrase.
Oh, well, please don't.
Okay.
So
fair
let's
enough.
see here. They ban out the Viper instead. I guess they're just covering all their bases, right? Making sure that there's no Ember, there's no Viper. I would like to see something made
10
that
seconds
does
remaining.
more on the map right now. Looking at this IG lineup, I don't want this Marcia Tusk to be the
5
only ones moving
Xtreme
around.
Gaming's
Anything stand out to you, she
turn to
can allow them to be dynamic. Well, turns out it's Pango.
I would have been okay with like a Pugna. That would have been fine.
Storm!
But, the
You may
problem is,
select your heroes.
last pick it, make it hard to pick. It's like at all. This Pango's like so generic.
Just a hero, does stuff.
Oh,
And
does
Emo
this,
is indeed playing the Pango.
that was
Dust is
allowed.
playing
I'm
the
so
shot.
sorry if that picked up on mic. I just felt like clapping for a second. And yeah, I guess because like of all the games, I just you know what? I still can't decide if this is actual role. In game 1, it's a Shadow Fiend for Emo, and game 2, game 1 is a Storm Spirit. Game 2 is a Shadow Fiend, and these are the two heroes that they do break the roles to play on. So it's like
Yeah, just have nice balls to help like
the numbers shit.
Sorry. Okay, like there's like a 10% chance they everything as well.
But you're saying there's a chance. In 11, a chance it can still happen. To victory in a 2-0 fashion.
Prepare
We find
for
out with the
battle.
incredible growth of the mate Woody Pistol and famous Fog. Take it.
Thank you very much, Snare. Yes, this game's fogged. I mean, what sort of make of the Josh? And gaming, but Jules, this is one-sided in game 1 and you
I feel closer. I like their draft a lot more in game 1. I like XG better. But I think now they actually have like multiple dynamic things across all their mixed damage from mid, mixed damage from safe lane. They have their Marcy again, and they have Ursa overall. That being said, though, this Ursa and Storm, or to look that they can have pretty nice games. There's limited lockdown, there's some limited burst, and all three of those cores on Xtreme are heroes that you kind of want to have good burst and lockdown. Could be some concerns in that
30
front, but overall,
seconds to battle.
their draft does look bad. They have protection for Egg with William. They have some disables and stuff also on top of on top of that Egg, of course. So if they can protect the Egg, then maybe in some of these team fights it can be successful. But yeah, I mean, Extreme. But it's a very good last pick Storm. There's limited catch, limited easy catch, and having that.
I mean, whose job is it gonna?
Blink cost.
The battle
Yeah.
begins.
And yeah, just a lot of chaos it's going to be caused inside the phone. Yes, a lot of chaos inside of IG based off just like straight team fight capability of Pango roll and Egg being down, SF wreck women stuff. But Xtreme has ways to pierce and tank. Storm zips in, finds target initiative. Then he just allows there to thrive DP tanks and stuff. So see how IG is able to do it. It looks better on paper the first game with their draft overall, but yeah, see how it's going to go.
Are the lanes any better? I'm going to see lanes. Largies have a bit of a hot side.
The last game, the lanes weren't that. It was just one of the lanes that was really grim, or that safe lane. Their lanes should be pretty good bottom. I mean, this SF plus Tusk is extremely strong.
Mine!
Bottom should probably be the most successful in IG.
Are they going to try and go? They've got a few raises stats up. Why not just go now? Charge control.
I'd say just, I mean, mid, I think Paparazzi will do a better job of shutting down the Pango in particular. I think he's very comfortable matchup. Bottom, though, IG should do fine. And top, it's a better matchup for the Marcy. Still not a good one, but a much better one than playing versus Ursa just takes a little bit. Yeah, mid, I think Paparazzi's.
Yeah, I mean, this be better for the pack. First levels come in, or no one gets a lead, hard to turn that around.
Why?
Just take jump.
Yeah, I mean, you play to farm. That's kind of like most cases for Pango. You should just be able to farm, but you can't stop Storm from farming at all. Like Paparazzi has not missed the last 11 and 3. He's gonna get the next one, so 12 and 3. He's gotten all 4 last hits of the. And he's even using the pull now since he's hit 3 to try to disrupt Emo from last hitting his Paparazzi. definitely gonna push that matchup. Yes, we're gonna have a bit of better time.
He's probably going to hit creeps down in the dust.
Wait, shenanigans.
Have kind of that. Are you able to go on the DP? DP able to really survive even?
Oh, you definitely can. Yeah, this is a very strong, super strong. It's a lot of times, right? Like we see the SF very often versus DP. It's one of the few that can actually burst third side. And DP in offlane is a little bit slow. That's why you see JT's opted to go.
Denied!
You can just get stacked up and ran.
Top. Jump. DY. Charges here, still low. Trying to chase it down. That'll do it. First blood.
Much better game. Actually able to play the lane, they're able to play aggressive versus could maybe be that different. Jongyu didn't even play the game. Lane went miserable. There he just far. Maybe for the Mars he's able to.
Two sound that is lich died.
Pretty hot. Oh, I'm always curious. I ask the players, especially too, because like, why sometimes we don't see players denied a towers? Because Boxy, we're denied a towers.
Done. Yeah.
Kaka also we saw earlier.
Hold on. Cut. Okay, there. Dust not having the potential to take him out.
Kaka's fine with they commit spells on him. That's his job. So spells. So.
The hands storm.
Good move. Fills the bottle from Emo. Checks the runes as well. Bottom now, JT.
Got the surviving for each and every one of these. G. Kill the line.
Dust just has to be careful in this posted tower. Kaka limited on mana though. That's the wave.
Top tower is under attack.
Try to get aggressive on Paparaz Mid on top.
Should die, but trade occurs. Ghost able to take down PYW in turn. Their supports.
Like, Jongyu just have to came out of Marcy. That being said, though, Ghost is free farming on him. A constant trick to take back. Model. Pretty much exact same one in mid. That'd be a very valuable sentry. Find it. Bottle again. Mid. Observer.
This time around they're able to set up take Kaka. We see a few times though JT and Kaka living on the edge. Trying to get pushed up.
Causing Dust to miss some last 22 and 5. It's not bad, but you see the Earth is, but constantly having to go for these setups of raid.
What a refill for Paparaz.
Jesus. This is all right, everyone. Independent side lanes. 3v3 mid. Let's go.
Powered.
Big one.
Controlling it, toss back. Oh! qyqx. He's got the 6, so he's ready to jump in. Gets the rune. Lucha rune's going to be grabbed. Enough mana to chase for more. To get that.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Another
the man. It's got a couple of raises to Kaka. One more. And he's necessary. The shards get him.
level 6 on the strip actually hits before Ghost.
And he's in for the kill.
He gets him.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ghost was. I
mean, how close was he
it,
just on the earth? So he was, yeah, just about away. Have any sort of chance of protecting himself?
He did not expect that sick thing. He was playing really aggro with that mic, so yeah, 6 got hit from RC. A much better start here for IG. Phase boot and back to gold already.
Say one of the hit. Trust him to pull out a solid, as long as he doesn't.
To me!
Matchups. The odds esports bet, but I am still. Start. Well, now goes to end it. Now hit the 6. The backup's going to be coming in. No, we'll probably hold back. They'll TP out. Gaming. See if they can chase down Zhongyu. They can. Paparaz in the trees. We'll find him. There's nowhere to jump. There's nowhere to go. Now kill off the mask.
Attempt of aggression. This game, awesome moves everywhere.
We get another kill on Kaka. And qyqx able to take him out.
Looks like we should have a game on our hands on. I mean, last one-sided, but this one, I'm just making it happy with their moves here.
Nice remind you.
And it really is just, I'm shocked a little bit, but so many bottle refills. My goodness. The movements onto mid, onto Emo and Paparazzi just really trying to boost these. Nuts.
Well,
it's just.
I mean, it definitely this is one of the high amounts of.
I look at the. I mean, it's like 4 wards kind of placed for the mid lane too, for the side of Xtreme. I mean, Paparazzi does have this. I mean, now the smoke to bottom, Dust, Treads in 21 charges. Exorcism at the ready.
Mo's got TP back up. Could help out. Dust. He's going to go for the Red Ribbon, and it's an excellent one. The pushing the back, gets the chance to turn with Paparazzi. Paparazzi having used the last bit of mana to get away. And Emo, the Rolling Thunder, Dust will still fall. See if Emo is able to get 6 kills from
is under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
It was
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Lots of mana to play with once again. He's back in.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
He stayed bottom, stuck around for the play.
Illusion!
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
All this burst mid. He's actually command is built with the Dust. He's got strike because they have so many gap blows on.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, that'll be happening. Fix.
But now he has mech about to be finished, and he has level 4. He wants to win. Saving a point just now in case he needs a silence or something. Couldn't die before. That first damage from Requiem. Now with the mech. It's kind of what we were talking about from earlier. You know, the burst is just a little lackluster from the side of IG. Still top of net worth. Net armlet coming out. Actually able to itemize is a real this time. But now gonna kick on.
Yeah, the shot down.
Whoa, so deep.
There he is. Yeah, there's no saving this.
Dire's middle tower is under
attack. Head over, qyqx look towards it, but you done that.
And when you're having this good of a lane, of a game on like something like a for anyone really, that's a lot. You give a ton of XP. What 300 XP to each? Very significant. pushing out. Opted to go for Falcon Blade also instead of Witchblade, just having more mana and stuff to make it working.
Can't come in. Seeing the shards, that'll set for some easy raises. Still coming out from DY.
They actually have to roll for this.
And they've got to go and do it for this one. No, he's still not dead.
No way.
He's still not dead. Now, it takes a long time. And now maybe a chance for a turnaround. Jen Frost, the fountain, probably get the ball back as well. There's going to be no chance. The supernova to come out as one of you taken down. IG that they can continue pushing the DP up to the tier 2 as Jungwoo's clean it up. Triple kill for the Marcy.
Imagine they get the egg off, too. They got the chain control on the Phoenix.
Close to being a team fight. Yeah, just great aggression beyond the tower here. IG push forward with power of the Marcy.
Precious one.
Yonta 6 kills. Now building on towards that BKB. Other than that, getting caught out in that one death where he's firing PD top. Marcy starting to pop off.
I was a little worried for IG too with the way it all starts off, right? The rolling to go for Kaka, but very aggressive play, bringing all 5 heroes.
Yeah, they know how strong they are if they just force the fights right now.
How strong the Marcy is, right? Like this armlet build,
He's in.
if you're able to have a successful lane, your damage is absolutely... Watch when he's able to stick on any of these targets. If DY dies in 2 seconds, next one JT dies and... Yeah. Well...
Playing around the power of the Marcy at this stage.
And now Emo, he has the Fusel too, so good item timings across the board. Shadow Fiend slightly slowed down as we talked about on Dust. And keep playing Kaka. So initiation on the side of XG, it's gonna have to come from Storm Spirit for most of this early game because Kaka, he's 1 of 5, so Blitz's gonna come very late. Dust, he's gonna go back for it.
Zap!
That rune. Problem. 11. 12 is when he gets a massive spike. Damage. Battle Fury is done though, so Ghost, again, does have a massive ancient stack. Just like the last time.
They're gonna look to try and catch him doing it.
Might be able to.
Just not there.
He's able to get the ults off. He is, but they're able to split very nicely. But taking the attention away from the ancient and as it looks to be Ghost. He got most of them, but a couple of the big ones will get left behind, so IG able to clean up something
Radiant's
from that.
bottom tower is
Good
under
positioning
attack.
from DY though. You see the purple. He had a feeling. He's like, something's going on. Probably looking to Invictus. Get a
Dyer's
successful
middle
chain
tower
cross, but
is
does
under attack.
gank. Now though,
Dyer's
IG
structures are fortified.
tower. Side JT is gonna take up.
Dire are scanning. Dyer's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Now it's just a tiny push to stop.
I think right now for IG it's go time. Just shut them down on the side of XG. You know they're looking to play the farm game. Kaka, no blink. Just keep punishing them on the side lanes. So
The sediment.
cost them quite a bit there, but good rotation. The idea of the rotation. But yeah, she's just playing farm, like playing catch-up mode. We have really good aggression. Bottom though,
On a try push on him.
there's a big kill and have pretty good.
Over here now.
Okay, he's locking it.
Dyer's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Got his eyes on tier 2 tower. There's something.
It's okay. I give them a head start.
Good copy. Kaka just wants to keep this lane here. Their Evo.
They're trying to fight for this. Let's see.
Dyer's courier has been killed.
Be on cooldown after Emo's earlier play top.
And that shows 3 heroes in bottom lane, so now Kaka's like, yes, I can actually finish off my Blink Dagger. He's getting very close. And then we'll likely see XG get back on for that aggression. I mean, they're fine with the game state at the moment. Loki's able to sit back with Battle Fury. IG still in a comfortable spot, but need to trying to put some pressure on here. Take the aggressive moves.
They will. Really nice, but a little bit more.
And now, since he's dead, look, was over. They are under vision though. They have a great E4 just popping everything.
Over here now.
Chase him. Man, I'm fancy to play around with. Go ahead, push to tier 2. Up with the shards, but down for this one.
Where's the party?
Now they might stick on themselves with that Bristol up.
Great back in Paparaz. Run low on the mana. And halfback qyqx is also going to go straight to the Requiem. Will clear Paparaz from the side, but it comes in from JT. And Paparaz he's fighting it out.
JT.
And then getting fit in on bottom high jump use. He's in with the Unleash, trying to take down the jump off the siphons. Not enough to save JT. Gonna be able to stand up for jump in. Showing you another.
Wait, and Kaka, he actually switched build because of the death. He's on stack. Oh, that is painful for the side of Xtreme.
I mean, he was so close to the Blink Dream. Really need the Dream to win.
I feel like they're just getting focused by this one. Just now,
still heavily focused on everybody up and available here. Five of the mid.
Uh-oh. That's painful. Now their initiation is just quite lackluster. No tiny blink, he's just a defensive posture. It's really all up to Paparazzi to do every single one of these fights. And JT actually can't act as a frontliner because how good this Marcy's game is. She has the burst.
Yeah, Siphons are just gonna save him.
No.
Far too much damage coming up.
Amazing what you found lying around.
He had the Brigand's Blade, he actually passed it to Emo, and he finds the second best item. Finds the Dagger of Bristol. And he's just going to be able to focus fire. So we're talking about how they maybe did lack some burst damage, but the fact that Marcy's having such an explosive game actually allows her to be that good to take out all these targets, even versus Frost Shield. Level 4 Frost Shield, Greaves, etc.
Here I am.
Dire
Good itemization too. PYW has a Yules on Phoenix.
Radiant
So Ursa Ghost shows up without BKB, he's just gonna get Yules in the air every single like
Radiant's bottom is under attack.
Just goes to show that really, maybe really was kind of just the drop that was holding him back in that first game of the series.
Bottle DD RC. What? He makes it Roche.
Why not?
Yeah, he's like, I can do this by myself. Like this.
Your song has fallen to the radiant.
Immortality!
Showing you.
That's tough.
Big moves. They do give the Aegis to... Thought they might give it to them, but I guess...
For the day. No, take that.
What did he beat? Bit of the old misclick, I think.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Was it costly? Out. Not done.
He's got his force. And
Radiant's bottom
give him a little bit of distance. There's no safe place here. Just
Radiant structures are
and Emo, he is massive. Level. He's got Hagen
is under
himself.
attack.
14 level 14 as well too.
He dropped the chain frost in an attempt to clear the way. Work out. That's where it comes in, and this Now still in trouble, and DY's just he's holding his breath. They don't find him.
Oh my goodness.
Radiant's bottom tower.
It looks like they won't.
They're like, what the hell's wrong, Starmer? Where is he?
Dyer's top tower has
They
fallen.
won't even come. They'll get the tower. Minutes.
JT was trying to get a bit of a push on the ghost down bottom. He's out just in time. Snowball won't catch him. Some riskier moves, Xtreme game. No, you know, it's just a 2K lead. It definitely feels like that they feel it's more than that. They know that IG's got the advantage and trying to find
Radiant's
ways to
bottom tower
ground
is under
back
attack.
control of this game.
They're
Not looking easy for XG.
No, they're looking to finish up triple BKB time, though. That's gonna really open up the team fights, and they don't have to worry about like the wreck and the roll and all this kind of stuff. They still worry about Marcy, but that's gonna actually top network when he's playing into the matchup versus SF. He can if SF wants really having it to like save him to goes will kill. Oh. Are very close.
All those combo buttons will be out
Dyer's
by
bottom
Xtreme.
tower is under attack.
A level 2 egg. Where they've got this Mango who has been agonyms now too, so still no blink dagger on. But it might hit like, yeah, it might just be like a quad item.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dyer's
That
bottom
will
tower
allow them
has
to
fallen.
and Aegis might even time it. Yeah, it might all come in this. If I do, right now, all sticking together.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dyer's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay, he does have Hurricane. We'll have to wait
Dyer's
until
bottom
he's
tower
reset
is
himself.
under attack.
They can catch Kaka. Back. There's a chance, yeah. Now he's getting close. Towards the blink dagger. 1900 gold in on it.
He has 11 of the 18 stats. They're really bullying the Tiny.
Dyer are scanning.
Our hit on those.
The dusk is always.
Aegis is getting reclaimed in fit, so maybe they do just.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
W. You'll send a Paparaz here just from the BKB straight away. 9-10 gone to qyqx for the heals coming out for the Sunbreak. Can't full commit onto the dust.
Dyer's
The
middle
BKB
tower
charge
is under
down for
attack.
Paparazzi.
So what the hell? Right. Great move from Mike. Again though, just a quick little jump, forces
Dyer's
BKB and now
middle
Xtreme
tower
can't
has
actually
fallen.
defend this tier 2 as well. They have to keep no farm play and two of their cores. Fine, as you said, Ghost. Still absolutely killing it here on this Ursa, but he's got some heavy lifting it feels. And they're itemizing just to deal with Ursa, as we mentioned before. UIW fuels.
He's able to dodge it. And there it's turning this around on towards the BKB's out. It's another towards DY. Chain Frost out, but the BKB's ready for the both of them. The Qyqx off the back of this dive, and now Coast coming in with the bashes. He's able to take down Zhongyu. Now they'll turn towards the egg. They're going to be able to take it out as well. Just has to bail out. Same to be said for Emo. As a very aggressive move made there from IG. Diving the high ground, and they get shut down pretty hard. They'll lose 3 heroes for that. Sure they get 2, but it's definitely Xtreme Gaming coming out top.
All it really takes is like 1 or 2 of these fights too for an Ursa lineup versus the core that he's against to come right back in. At level 19, and Ghost, he's been having that good game. His overextension really hurts. Right as the Ursa got bashed too. Marcy, you can't stand toe-to-toe with him. Nobody really can at that point. One more of those slip-ups there. The game could just one text. IG, careful.
Say it again. What do you think it was that they saw here that made them want to go for this?
Just Paparazzi having no BKB, right? It was cool done, I believe, from the jump earlier, so they get the not landing on. So that's the case. Does flat. Back. Game for the Ursa. Got 20. And
they're ready. God. And it's Paparazzi getting out some sort of reaction from IG.
One spot of it. Big one, Emo.
Emo's having a bottle in time, but it will cost him his life.
Uh-oh. How long on Rush?
Dire are scanning.
Nullifier. Soon good stuff for Mars. Stick on these targets. Doesn't have Basher though. It's been interesting to see.
That's true. Just kind of zip away, get your ult off.
One man down. I want to look for.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Get the high
attack.
ground. They
They're
can
going to
actually.
get a good angle here.
Oh god, they actually sneak up the spot.
The red build comes out, will allow them to burst through DY.
Hey, now Ghost is in it.
The BKB in the offense, a lot of damage coming in, even through the Ghost is having a struggle here. He'll try and jump up to the high ground, won't be able to make it up there. Good preparation from IG. Needs to Xtreme Gaming just having to bail out of this. Close to getting the wraparound, but yeah, they've got eyes on Kaka. They push on JT, puts on the TP out as well for JT. As they'll say, you know, whatever about the tiny, let's go for the Death Prophet instead.
Hell yeah.
Get the bigger kill. And JT has got BKB. If he bothers using it now, he's just going to accept his fate.
Wow. Huge from IG. Great positioning, right? The Requiem and everything just catching them.
You know, it was, you know, so it sort of catches the movement on the edge of it, but that was enough. Kill him. Enough, but didn't.
Small.
What have we here?
It's expected. How you like get
Mana to play with. Continue to fight. By his side. Sorry.
Precious bounty.
Almost.
Save them. So. Extreme game. Up. Yes. Right. Just step. Come on. Point where both teams. Everybody back to light. Head over.
Very need to fight. Go. Leave it spit himself. Shield crashes. Mars, you mentioned the overpowering that and the shield probably more than one.
Stupendous!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
No, like, Halberd, no. Halberd could be quite an issue.
This game is neck and neck. This next team fight is likely going to be that decider. Kind of decides who gets that rush. Lux. JT, not quite a team. They're actually giving the Paparazzi. I thought they maybe.
Dire are scanning.
Scan. They're in the. No, there's no. In there.
No ground.
Cross through the rip.
I mean, 60 seconds now where XG can look to hit back. There's no Rolling Thunder.
It's going to be a little bit of something. I think that the fight in the favor of XG.
They do have to put some attention onto PYW. We haven't mentioned his Phoenix too much this game, but he is very much so scaling. Level 17, nearly a Hex also gone on him. Ressa, damage increase. Shows his face.
And perhaps he goes straight for the BKB's come out from both of them.
They're actually just...
Alright,
little
SF
something
no
extra.
BKB. Pango, I mean, Pango's role is going to be back up. Victory on this time, miles from anybody. Coming here with a touch. BKB's up for JT, and that's going to be touch taken down straight away. Both teams get to the board, Climax come out. They're trying to take the egg down, they can't go for it. Now goes. He realizes he has the veil, but they'll chase him down. Jung using it on top of JT. Silence is there. Paparaz, he's got the Jung, he's out of the game.
Oh my god, they actually
Gets the top back. He's ready to try and set up for more. He will not Kaka, but the top back. Ingrid starts back up. Continues to try and fight here. Now they're off the band up. They got him for the vortex is back up from Paparaz. Drags back up. There's a shot from CPL. There's a secondary there. Ready to detect them as Kaka jumps in. Combo takes down Dust. PYW going to get punched here by the tiny Kaka. No way. They're picking it up on this one, surely. Emo, one more bit of a combo. Paparaz slowly getting killed by this stuff with the avalanche. No way! Paparaz is gonna live.
The regen top 2, PYW take it.
Oh, if they're actually... Oh, no, there's no way Paparaz is gonna get this up. PYW back in. PYW.
I cannot believe that Paparazzi survived.
Lives, yeah.
That was what, like a little body block from JT or something, like the Greaves aura keeping him alive too. Crazy fight. Ghost underestimates how powerful the egg is, tries to commit forward on it. NIG kind of overcommits themselves into the ghosts and gets kind of taken out from Paparazzi and from JT. The buyback's also coming into play, of course, too, with that outpost being available from XG. Is they swing the game back into their back into their advantage slightly. Now how these BK cooldowns now? Let's egg 20. Ursa can go on Roche.
I think so. There's enough of a win.
I would say so.
Get 2 arrows down.
Yeah. And SF, he's not going to have to
Radiant
might run away.
They're still going to try and interrupt us. Try and time the Rolling Thunder. He's in. They're just going to check it. The heroes out. So Jones can check the ultimate. Lay down Roche. He's going to pick it up. Goes, grabs the Aegis. Once the BKB in the input looks towards Emo as the Rolling Thunder comes to an end. They're going to try and take out the end. Get Kaka and Paparaz. Can they do it? They can. The Supernova puts the west off. Emo also to fall. Paparaz swings back across. IG, they got the last hit onto Roche, but of course the Aegis going to Xtreme Gaming and the team fight certainly does as well. They take out 3 heroes, and 3 heroes without buyback. So a lot of room time for Xtreme Gaming to take a fair bit from the map of IG.
He got the shard too. Very quick on his finger. It doesn't get last hit, but gets the things that actually matter. And now XG, they've attack. So much time.
Radiant's
SF has our souls. Pango dead for 80 seconds from that earlier.
Dire are scanning.
Not this hunting. Oh, this looked like IG had it too. Multiple times in this game, they had some great advantage coming into play, but XG patient for their timings.
Yeah, they were. I mean,
structures are
night-to-day difference to what we saw.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Stupendous!
Not be enough still here in game 2. Gaming with the lead and taking the tier 3s. Long time without Emo.
Now Ghost has a missile also too, so like Dust has a smart game. He's gonna go up.
The setup's gonna be there. They're not prepared for it. But the Aegis taken out.
It's on BKB.
Got anything for a round 2. Gonna try him with the rebound. Ooh, out with the blink.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Connection.
20 seconds still on Emo. Yeah. He's beating the neutral items again. He's dropping the tier 1 to JT is actually a troll. It's a BM right there.
I mean, I don't know sort of the backstory with you guys' friends, or is this, you know, is this fun banter?
Oh, he actually went for it. I think. Alright, maybe get baited away.
Oh no, you're dropping neutrals and you lose, then it's just a bit awkward.
Oh no.
It's looking pretty good. Paparaz with that newly picked up Agnes jumping in, grabbing the not soon enough to protect qyqx. Emo jumped in, pressing very low man, in fact, completely out. Paparaz, he's taken down. Now they're going to have to deal with the Urge. They're going to get the three of them. DY, build the bash. It's there. That's on Extreme Gaming. A little bit of armor here. You drop neutral, they'll drop you. This game is not. It wasn't over. So no. I think they were getting a bit ahead of themselves there, Extreme Gaming. No, it's certainly not over. You know, they make a failed push like that. IG. They're back into the lead.
What the heck is going? Like Kaka gets baited because of the bait from JT. Oh, I'm gonna get tossed back because he's picking up this dumb neutral, and then it's like, oh wait, what the hell have I done? Disaster. I don't know what I'm with. So that was kind of absurd.
All right,
but a great connection. I mean, good reveal there from Paparazzi, but XG.
Got it.
Chase, punished.
They really get punished. They're back, so the two of course. Paparazzi. Yeah, down for 30 seconds.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I would be so scared. Like if I was on X Bash, you'd drop this, like JT, then you lose. Ladem is gonna go. You heard Ladem.
Uh-oh.
You know?
He's not gonna be happy.
No. I mean, there's high ground. They did
Radiant's
get a
top tower
okay.
is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Us now. He was 21
middle tower
before the fight. Up 24. You know, the
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They got so much on those kills.
Sure did.
He was laughing.
He still got his smiles.
He was laughing earlier. He was definitely. He might be laughing now.
No, now he's very serious.
But he was smiling earlier. He was definitely clowning around a bit earlier.
He's got his
Radiant's
hands
top
up.
tower is under attack.
Oh no.
My bad. And the other thing to point out too, I didn't touch on it, but the gem during all that craziness, since I did die, they did.
Get another one on this defense. Extreme Gaming. Nicely.
25 storm. Big extra. Have the pop. Straight for the. It's 25 afterwards. Overpower stacks. Take that out and then the fight. Emo totally split. The ref even Ghost kind of zooming through here by himself. A really good fight here. JT, I knew that was gonna happen.
Top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
He does get a multi-hero pull. They probably will defend.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Faithful though. The big ult 2 for this.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
The weapon. Now, maybe it's a shoving. the last minute or one of the fun.
I've been wanting this.
Are they gonna find him?
Turning forward, the backup coming in. qyqx is gonna...
The note fire here, sir.
Alms for the dead.
The replay.
You didn't use it. Even fire. They will just roll around, get out. That was all about casting. Let me see. I don't know. Pause maybe. Why didn't you use the roll up or just add on it? Great.
Dire are scanning.
I mean, yeah. Perhaps he's back into the fight, not respecting the fact that the egg was about to pop.
Arcane, big mistakes from XGIG. They punish. Having fighting chance and the graph absolutely insane.
Look at it go. That's a W right there. The viewers, this is
true. I mean, maybe too many activatable. Go does have 6 and an activator. I don't know. Something went wrong. Maybe it was just a roll up.
I think he was saving it because, as you said, like maybe they were kind of mentally keeping track of the cooldown and yeah. So then when it did kind of come up, and then it was
something happened.
Because he got caught by the roller. The roller did,
and now
no chance.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now there's what DD in the bottle here for Dust.
Bottle, AC finish.
Yeah, he's masked.
How many buybacks are available? Also,
they have all of their buybacks on IG. IG has full buybacks, and them of course.
And Roach is up, and they have DD. So if they know it's up, they can just waltz right into it. Before she does. Which one is it too? It's a refresher. A really nice one.
I mean, they weren't prepared for this at all. You just got to have Paparaz and Kaka taking a bit of a stroll down mid, and will pay the price.
Seconds. They're still just sticking around the area. I mean, they check Rose just. Kaka, they'll buy back, probably expecting them to have gone into this.
No chance for Young to stand his ground. Paparaz in aggressively. Jump back on the SF, and then the ball of Paparaz done. He just takes it down. Yeah, now they'll try focusing and then bring down the Supernova. They'll try their best. They can't. The Supernova carries on successfully. PYW in with a dive. Has down for 2 minutes. 4 buyback on him. JT's out. He does have the luxury of buyback, but is 2 dead on Xtreme Gaming without buybacks. IG, of course, I mean, was it a full 5-man buyback? Is it at least 4?
At least 4.
4-man buyback here from IG to get this under control, but absolutely worth it. Roshan's there taking, and now they've got a huge window. Say 3 dead on Xtreme Gaming with no chance of buying back.
PYW, the most important buyback, though. Beautiful Phoenix, positioned inside of his teammates. I think they misclicked other heroes trying to hit the egg. Allows it to go off, I think, with like 1 or 2 hits.
Weren't coming in, yeah.
Oof. Likely, I mean, XG maybe just win the fight if they do take out that egg.
Probably, yeah, that's going to win them the game. Just the 2 of them alive. I mean, so JT can buy back. Drops to clear the way. And it's BKB still on cooldown for 5 seconds. He's out of the game. No buyback on him.
He's done it.
Yeah, we're going to be going to again to be on this one.
Dire's middle barracks.
I don't know, I mean, IG definitely did it, but also definitely didn't do it, 'cause there was some weird plays going on in this one. IG, though, come out ahead. Wild game. 45 to 34 to a super hectic one.
That was a crazy one. That was a pretty crazy one. Indeed, one that's probably going to feel a bit awkward for Xtreme, yeah. I think they have moments to close this one up, but kind of just...
It's cleaver time!
He has some really good counters in this game.
Whisper gonna drag the remaining creeps back to the lane proper. Bit of damage on the Celery though. Has to fairy fire the double blink strike, and Whisper with the first blood. Ooh, it starts off well.
Or are they Celery? Another blink strikes available.
Oh, you're right. Back in on top of the Rubik. Tricks of the trade and the final touch. There it is. Whisper with another kill, chaining away from Duraccio. And Whisper's the one with all the stacks on him, so Matthew will take a fair number of hits to kill him.
Yeah, he has
like Ursa can.
7 Furious Swipe charges.
Got Quinn down in the bottom rune spot. 3 seconds to go, and C-Smile deciding he wants to fight around this, forcing Tofu away. The Fortune's End is there, and in we go.
They took the rune away from Quinn, but in terms of first EXO, there's not going to be any damage dealt to a tower.
Whisper stuck behind this tier 1 top. Might be in a bit of trouble now. Yeah, getting ripped to shreds by the end.
Necessary to get Lasso going. If he's going to be farming the jungle, we'll put the next point in Firefly.
Attempting on Panda. Good damage from the Ench, and Tofu's Tiny secures the kill. Paparaz still level 5, trying to get the bashes onto Ace. C-Smile rotates. They'll look for this Enchantress kill in the tree. Yeah, Matthew lassoed up. Batrider the Chrono in the Firefly still, focusing the Tiny. And Quinn, full HP with Duracio's help. Will get on top of Paparaz with some Fury Swipes in the Overpower, but C-Smile tracking back to bully this Ursa. He doesn't have much left in the tank. Fortune's End flies out to try and...
Batrider is countered. He was supposed to be Chrono.
Yeah, straight on the edge. Paparaz needs a backup from DP and Timbersaw, but it's still a difficult target to bring down. The Avalanche looks good, but Ace still going to fall. Now Paparaz moves on the Tiny. Tofu in trouble. And Game Gladiator is going to cut their losses. Try and get Quinn out of danger. Cancel TPs down to bottom. And move away from here, but Whisper wants to keep on diving. Fuel Scepter up, C-Smile catches. Whisper held down by the Death Troll Pit, and they'll dive behind this tier 2 tower. Yeah, smoke breaks, Panda knows. Spot the Tiny in the trees. Plant him up. Catch him out. EG bring Mage Slayer is next from Ace. Inside under his tier 1, Matthew spotted him. Timbersaw on top of the Ench, but the Nature's Attendants, tons of heal, and there's the Sproink, the Rainbow Impetus shot, launching out onto Matthew, nearly killing Ricky, but he gets off the tricks of the trade, while C-Smile in behind this tier 1. Diving Ace, the Chrono comes, Tofu and Ace both caught inside, and Whisper with a Chakra will finish it off yet another kill. Tofu down, and C-Smile is unstoppable. No EXO.
Smoke, no Chrono, no EXO.
We're going to play forward, sleep up the Batrider, but Matthew's the one to get blown up by Duraccio. Does have to use the Rage to get behind his tower. Quinn wants back in though. C-Smile
saved. That's big.
The false promise. Effectus Void could get caught off through the control. Matthew going to start things off with a Sleeping Dart though. Straight onto Quinn and forcing his BKB early on. Half health for Batrider while C-Smile. Avalanche for now, holding his BKB in the Yules, now has to use it, but the Ursa's damage substantial against the DP, and EG are the ones who have to run. Pretty nice against all these spellcasters. Trying to catch out Whisper top lane. Lasso is there, and the down from Duraccio trying to kill him off, but a Timber Chain and the arrival of C-Smile slows things down. Wanted to chase Duraccio, and Whisper getting some revenge, but Game Gladiators, they are all here. Avalanche toss, Whisper about to die. The Vault Promise is there, and Panda keeps him alive. A killing spree for him as they dive in. C-Smile falls, but Duraccio dead.
Oh, look at this damage from Enchantress.
Sprites them all to death.
Have another one.
Radiant scanning off to the right, that turns red as well, so everybody knows the direction the opponents are coming from. Ricky starts with a Sleeping Dart, the jump in from Paparaz, no Chrono yet. Tofu trying the Avalanche top. Ricky being focused down as Duraccio and Quinn straight onto him. Tofu and Matthew trading lives, and Quinn just trying to chase up here, but C-Smile keeping them at bay while Duraccio trapped in between 3 of EG, down to half health. They've got the bit of save and a buying time from the Yules.
Avalanche.
KP looking to jump back in, the Avalanche again, but there's a false promise from the Oracle. Aegis already claimed up as Duraccio. Blink looking back to his side of the map. And the two-man chrono there, catching both supports. Quinn and Ace still on the outskirts, though, doing an awful lot of damage here. And Paparaz is struggling to stick on a target. Celery with the Spirit Siphons, trying to roleplay as Boxy, but can't quite get the job done. And now Ace trapped in place. Quinn and Duraccio on this high ground, not able to rejoin the fight. EG will come out victorious.
Finished on Whisper, so double Chakram.
Poor Panda. False promise. Not going to help him out too much here.
Under attack.
Drag back into the flames of Quinn. EG looking to press into this enemy ancient spot where they do have high ground vision. Straight up Chrono, catch Rubik and the Edge. They need the damage onto Ace as quickly as possible, and Whisper will provide that. Blow up the Enchantress. She gets off a Sproik. The next attendant's not going to heal her while Duraccio jumps on the Paparaz. DKB ample promise required to buy the time he needs. Time walks a little bit off, and now the Ursa kind of stuck here. Lift up, drag back, not saving you from Whisper's reinitiation. Very attentive EG, focusing the targets they need, and diving this tier 2 for the Rubik kill. The cherry on top.
Shard upgrade. Didn't even use the oh my god, he has a Force Staff and Ogre Seal Totem as well. With the shard plus time walk.
So much mobility.
The gap. They caught him.
Yeah, lassoed up, but the U-rules make sure that the Ursa can't do the damage, and Paparaz saved by his team, allowed to chrono this Ursa. Now Ench arriving and a stolen one. There's the Rubik coming in clutch. Everyone from EG stuck inside. Duraccio still dies. Timber chain across, looking for Tofu now. Matthew trying to jump back in onto this Enchantress, but the lift to save. Celery keeps them at bay, allows Ace to keep doing damage while she Smile and Whisper chasing this Enchantress. Get the pesky Fawn out of here. Catch a glimpse of the Oracle, find out where Panda's playing. Matthew back to the high ground as Quinn BKBs and moves up the ramp. Focusing for Kaka, he's got time walk off to the right. The chrono looks like a good one. They've killed Panda off though. Oracle is down, so no safety net. Duraccio getting blown up though. Has to buy back a stolen chrono. Two of them trapped inside from EG, but Duraccio is about to die here. Quinn has already fallen, had to buy back himself. Whisper moving in. Celery stealing the timber chain. See Smile nearly dead. The Hurricane Pipe pushes him back, and Ace blows up the Death Prophet now. Paparaz getting tossed around near the Roach Pit, controlled up by the lift. Have they got the damage to finish him off? He time walks off to the left and Whisper is back in again. Chakram missing, the Force Staff out of Tofu, getting the distance he needs, and the stolen Chakram, Celery chucks it back at the Timber Saw. They saw Matthews taking this outpost. They've got the vision through the gem of Quinn, and plenty of damage to bring the Ricky down. The Yule Scepter on 20 HP, just delaying the inevitable, buying time. No way he survives here. Surely no way he survives here, right? He's got Blink Strike, but nothing to blink to. Down the end ball in the mid lane, Whisper getting gone on by Tofu and Duraccio. EG, they know that multiple members of Gaming Gladiator is pretty distant away.
I'm always sad that you can't break Tiny. It would be so funny if he just shrinks. Double Missile, Lotus Orb.
That's it back. Tofu's in though with the Avalanche toss.
EG's alone here.
Is bringing 4 members to kill off Whisper. C-Smile gonna go for the BKB TP. Duraccio trying to close the gap to Tofu and Ace here.
Thinking about it.
Goes straight for the chrono. Exo as well. They really want to kill Ace here. Gaming Gladiators rallying around the Enchantress. She's got off the BKB and the attendants. Enchantress with some more Sproits can actually play her way out of this one. Tofu going to survive. Dragged away from Paparaz. And now they've moved back in onto the Faceless Void. He's going to try and time walk it off thanks to the False Promise. But now Panda, the target of choice for Tofu and Celery, has the Fate's Edict on him, so protected against the magic damage, while Paparaz and Smile chasing Quinn now. The Bat Rider gets turned on. This fight is dragging out forever as another chrono from Paparaz. Straight onto the Tiny and Ursa. Ench slept up, so the damage is lacking, and EG, they've done it now. Holding their high ground, coming out to play into the southern jungle and finding the Enchantress. A Yule's Matthew finds a bonus target. Celery's Rubik trying to flicker away, but doesn't get any distance. So Whisper. The additional bonus from the Halberd on ranged heroes.
Enchantress getting very close to her level 25.
Blink initiation. Ursa gets lifted and forced out away. Ace gets the attendants out, Sproit's back, but Kaka just keeps on chasing. Chrono's up the Enchantress now. Looking to blow up Ace. There is buyback available, and of course, Ace in the hands of the Ursa still. DP caught inside that chrono along with Whisper, unable to keep giving chase. Trying to blink and timber chain across. Might be able to get a catch with the side device. What is that? Is that flamethrower stolen by Rubik? Gets up to the high ground, away we head. Lots of expenditure here from EG. Chrono, Exo, still wanting to find more, but look, Lasso, Bat Rider.
Xtreme Gaming's turn
Radiant
to ban.
team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Xtreme Gaming's turn
Radiant
to ban.
team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Xtreme Gaming's turn to... Xtreme Gaming's turn to...
Mirana.
Welcome one and all. Game number 3 between Invictus Gaming and Xtreme Gaming is about to go live right now. The draft is already somewhat underway. We're going to be witnessing exactly what happens going into the side match. So far, Sheep. Going into this game, there's some really good
10 seconds remaining.
It's very, very good. Okay, decent enough.
5 seconds remaining.
And the dust situation. What do you want to see? Want to see you stick more with playing a hero that can make this happen?
Yeah, I think it was lame, man. I was so happy with it. Those rotations were on point. His itemization especially was on point. When he got this Axe, it felt like it was so hard for us to ever play. I watched this boy in these fights. He jumped on someone, I'm like, oh, not a bear! And then he's just disarmed for so long. And then he uses the shield crash, which procs the swash again, and then he's disarmed again. He was just perma-disarmed. I thought he played a very stellar Pango, and I would be very happy to see.
Well, there might be an opportunity for that to happen again, because, you know, there's a draft underway, and they did do the thing that Cheap was mentioned earlier, T. He did the right thing. They looked at the situation and they said, where was the problem? Was the problem us losing these fights? Yes. Where did it all start? This Marcy, Shanya, a bit too good. Too good. Don't allow him to have that kind of performance ever.
No, I really love Xtreme fans. It's that game. It's like, when you get to this point, you don't have to think about all the other heroes. You know what? Just respect what the offlane is providing right now. And clearly they care about Baru. He's had a pop game on Marcy. Push him into something else. And you already know it's going to be some Centaur. It's going to be some he doesn't really play Beastmaster too much. So you already kind of know the archetype hero he should be playing. Unless you've got some like new strat practice. Yeah. So I like the game 3
The IG have stuck with getting themselves the Phoenix. They pick up the very early Ember Spirit right now, so that's presumably can play.
Finally,
I think.
Bro, it's been okay. We had 2 games of Storm versus Pangolier in the mid. It's like I'm bored of it. I want to see something new. Like the Storm player lost like both games. You know, like, it's 1-for-1. We now get like a game 3 decider. Emo versus Paparaz. Who's the best mid laner? Different matchup.
Okay. Storm Spirit probably not going to be involved in this particular matchup. What do you make of the ownership from the side of Xtreme Gaming? Death Prophet has seemed to be a very decent hero, despite the fact that they lost. DP doesn't feel like she was the issue. This Moroccan hero be fairly decent as
10 seconds
So what do you
remaining.
think about this? Do you think?
I think the
Xtreme Gaming's turn to ban.
She gets like that. Pairing her with P. The general option of like, oh, be like so strong, you know, gives us push. It's obviously not a combo, so in the second phase, I'd like to see some proper stuns, more set up so that Mirana between different lanes. Yeah, because I'd probably prefer Mirana as a 5. I don't really want to see Mirana awesome together. So yeah, that's my main view.
I want to put the DP in mid now in this scenario, like because IG have picked Panther into the Death Prophet after seeing it. Why would we not Death Prophet there? Look, we can't rotate on the map. We can't really pressure the lane too much. You know there's going to be this inevitable mid-tower falling, or at least movement. And Xtreme have shown that the supports are very good at moving in the early game, or at least in 1. So yeah, I'd like to see DP
10 seconds remaining.
JT, he himself, he could actually just steal up the Centaur.
5 seconds
then he's even more uncomfortable on Shanya.
And it's like take the Centaur, you have Centaur against Phoenix, so he eggs, you stab
Xtreme Gaming's
run away.
turn to ban.
Yeah, I'd love to see DP get moved.
I'd actually, I'll contest you. Because I'll contest your idea here. Imagine picking something like a Tiny for Xtreme, and then putting that mid, and then having DP off lane, and letting your Mirana just kind of like come mid and actually have kill threat. Give DP's mid, it means you lose kill threat between Mirana and DP.
Kill threat, but you...
Just moving down the list of Xiangyu heroes.
We literally start this game and it's like, if those two bans are out, I feel like he's going Centaur, and then it's like, fast forward, it's Centaur. It's like...
Hey bro, don't fix it, that's how we do it.
I mean,
this is what he's good at, so...
Yeah, that's fair. And then now, as you Centaur, I always scream. It's like, now your lane's like perfect. Sure, Hoodwink's down the same vein, but like, now IG just has like good lanes in theory. Like, I think the only lane I'm worried about for IG is this potential Ember into Deathroth. And if it is then Ember into Tiny, potential Mirana rotating, equally as like annoying for this Ember. So I think this mid lane is going to be the hardest lane for them to execute on. But yeah, I mean, strong off lane duo to find Fulton.
A lot of pressure can be applied by these two here. And of course, one of the best things about this, you can just get away from the Death Prophet. I'm kind of sad that Xtreme Gaming didn't pick this one up because JT Centaur is always a treat to witness, but what can you do? Xiangyu is still going to be very, very good on this hero. At this point though, Sheep, the flexibility has to end. You have to start revealing something about what this draft is doing on this 18th pick here. What do you think is still missing from what Xtreme Gaming has to offer?
They don't have to reveal. Pick a carry. Then your Tiny, your DP, still hidden between mid and off lane. That's like if they really want to keep that up, then I think that's the most logical thing. You do see the off lane, so you can. Obviously, you miss like the carry to carry matchup, so it's whether they prioritize just getting a good lane now.
Ooh. This can still be flexed between mid and the safe lane. I was gonna suggest like Monkey King, which can do something similar and can be okay in a game versus
Monkey banned.
But is it banned? Oh,
yeah.
It is. Yeah. Bye bye, Monkey. And Lone Druid. All right, we have an absurd amount of push potential that can come from this team between Death Prophet and the Lone Druid. This hero, we've seen this matchup before in other regions of the DPC. Prophet, it matches up well against Ember mid. Lone Druid demolishes a Spirit. Ember can literally not play this matchup whatsoever, so they have to try and figure something fast out here, T. Otherwise, I don't think whoever's going to... This will actually, Emo might say, hey, Dust, I think you're going with it.
It was gonna happen. I was thinking it. I was like, maybe Dust is gonna get the short straw here. It's like, you know what, man? I've had my time in the mid lane. It's been fun, but I'm out to you. And yeah, I could easily see that being a scenario that's played out by IG. But that is my one concern as well. It's like, I don't think Ember's gonna have a good game right now because of matchups. And then Centaur Hoodwink don't leave lane kills and just nation in that top area. They don't really have any plays to make. There's not this cheap damage source to find kills. There's no way to like smoke around the map. They are very good once they like get online, but getting there will be difficult. Like you already mentioned, this Xtreme is looking and going, all right, we had a chaotic game too. We're just gonna get out of this one before you're
make sure that there's no opportunity for IG to bring that kind of chaos. Lanem gave them the talking to. He's like, guys, just relax. We'll win. We'll just dominate the game phase and then all go well from there. So we need to what? Definitely an off-laner, it feels, for Xtreme. Maybe actually not. It's still very flexible, right? So they can do quite a lot of things here. With IG, it's like we need somebody for the safe lane. We need damage. Something that can scale throughout the game and actually win for us. Any win conditions stand out to you here, Sheep, for IG to try and utilize?
5
Honestly, I was
seconds
looking through
remaining.
mirrors and I'm not sure. It's just hard because Xtreme would follow you around. Like you show that Ember's like a mid, then Lone Druid can just go mid. You show Ember's a safe lane, you can send the DP there. I think they're happy no matter where the. So I'm trying
I respect the Terrorblade ban personally. I was thinking Terrorblade for IG is you're heavily the early game, but it's that eventual Westgardy, you can skip waves, be annoying.
Assassin.
So yeah, I really like that ban from Xtreme. You have to go for a TA on IG. Type of hero that you're actually pretty strong in lane if you have the correct heroes with you. You can obviously contest Roshan. I just feel if you're getting ran at and your Ember's having a bad game and you have a TA, then you have some Phoenix support like opponents that need each other to do well for each other to feel good. So IG's lineup, if it gets to 30 minutes, we can have a competitive close game. But if you don't have that, then it's...
Something I would really like to see though is with this TA, like the old build on Lone Druid Bear of Radiance, now it's been buffed, plus an AC afterwards, so you have armor. And then if DP can get like a Lotus Orb, then I feel like this Bear should be able to just hit like 20-25 minutes super strong.
Bring back Solar Crest, get Mirana Solar Crest.
Holy
you know
shit.
what? All armor on it.
Yeah.
What are the odds of them running this middle and then putting Ember Spirit into the safe, try and avoid the truly horrendous matchups that Ember has to suffer.
I guess that's the thing. They'll just wait and see what Xtreme pick here.
Yeah.
You just pick Huskar, man. Just Huskar. Yeah.
Yeah, still in the
Yeah, just Huskar.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see TA and Ember have fun picking their lanes then.
That would actually be really good. Because it's like, when Druid's safe lane, it's like, there's like, you'd be, okay, so let's see where they're picking up their heroes first.
I think IG want to leave this as long as possible and not make the decision. So Dust is playing Ember.
Sure.
Ember or in the emo TA, so we're gonna have a much more. It might be a safe lane. That seems to be the most likely option. But
we'll let Owen and Fog decide what's happening here, because you know we've got 2 mid heroes technically for the side of IG. TA, you could argue, is more of a carry. So yeah, we'll see when they walk to lane. We'll be able to discuss that one bit for Xtreme. They round out their draft for Pro piece. Just give comfort to Defrophet, because we're mentioning how Defrophet should have a good time if it is versus Ember. Now you're going to have a Mirana who can rotate, Tiny that can rotate, a Primal Beast if he wants to. Also, this early game, I'm sure that Xtreme will be able to apply.
Very quickly before we get into the game, what's your read on the Primal Beast in this particular lineup? How do they utilize it to win game number 3 for Xtreme game? Do you think IG takes it?
I do like the potential of the Primal Beast. Honestly, I'll be real. As long as Kaka doesn't feed, I think this game's kind of easy peasy. I feel like Lone Druid just sort of will take the game with those items I meant.
Well, we're going to be finding out if the Lone Druid is going to find himself with the Radiance to try and pull out the Temporary lesson. Probably not going to be playing the middle playing there, but it feels like this is going to be very exciting no matter what the result. That exciting. We have world-class defense.
Thank you very much. It's a stunning game now. Different.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. I think XG, they've done this a couple times before. We've seen a lot of teams doing this too. It's like you see Ember, yes, has a pretty miserable lane. You know, you put a Death Prophet in the lane versus him, or you have a Lone Druid. Both lanes are very one-sided. So let's see what set them up. But it looks like right now it is just gonna be safe.
Okay.
Which Paparaz is gonna have a free game and on his Death Prophet. Yes, there's some burst damage. Death Prophet come, yay. He has no dart, but Paparazzi is going.
They're going to see if they can find the first blood here as well.
Yeah.
Xtreme Gaming.
I also think this is a better matchup for JT in the bottom lane. It's a Primal Beast versus no stun. Very, like pretty much no slow either.
30
you
seconds.
can pull a Trevor right through him. So yeah, I don't know. This Ember pick maybe did come back. But we'll see. IG, they played really impressive last time, especially around the Centaur, around the Phoenix. It's not a 4 Phoenix. It's that 5 Phoenix. D-Ward. Nah, Paparazzi. Oh!
I just could have had that, couldn't he? Kind of pulled back.
He just unite.
The battle begins.
Kaka.
Oh.
Kaka holding this. Down, so if they... I think they're actually might be just gonna be able to get him anyway. I don't know if they expect quite extra.
Yeah, the 3 of them.
Getting walked.
That's certainly a first
I think I made a
suitable
example.
What's wrong with that, you know?
And put the range.
Okay, well that's fine. Mid lane, could be one where we press quite a lit.
I mean, 100.
Yeah.
This is a very dominant. That's probably very difficult to play around it. You're just getting attack range. One good thing Dust is you can take out the mid ward.
Has been killed. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Very hard lane. And DY, what a god! First blood, 2 couriers.
I mean, that's why you give him the first blood. He's going to be making great plays.
He's got a little smile.
Killing everything. Couriers, heroes, doesn't matter. He'll kill them.
The literal most valued level.
Right, did you get the couriers before they delivered?
Never in 10,000 years.
Get that set to first, Centaur, then you can join the fun. But lay off the trees, eh?
Behold my searing
gaze. No, he is.
What? Works.
How to keep them from EA. Well, let's quite a bit of volatility for the that's and they need to because even how's he gonna shove the wave if he has the side blades? You have to try to Kaka, block it. Fixed lane position.
See how Chung Yu does on his first two bans, focusing his two main heroes.
It's alright. Like, disengage versus the death profit and stuff can be pretty nice to stampede and get on that. Okay.
But it does Bet.io have the edge with the swap.
Dust getting out of the way. Actually, have to bring in salve. They're gonna have to bring. They might have to rotate a support to check out. Starting to get. You know, you're able to dominate the lane matchup, so you get a level advantage, and then at Dust, it's like you have to call for support to move because DP's gonna hit 6 very early matchup and gotta be able to see how they react.
As an M, you're not gonna their profit off the tower.
No. I mean, top, I guess the hoodwink. PYW is the... Leaving emo is a bit of a risk. I like that emo went early. And they're actually gonna go on. Use the uproar. So yeah, they're swinging Phoenix over to get a rune.
Hey, how you going?
Oh,
fair.
So they can kill the bat. And easy 300 gold.
Bullseye.
Why not? He's still got him to play with. And he's got another one.
What's he got?
He's gonna get him.
Oh, he does.
Gets you, so he got the better of
He's gonna
me.
die in return, but hey, that's Zhong Yu pushed out the lane.
I mean, PYW will take the hell out of that. He got the bear and the kill the next year, so he actually has arcane boots already. Doesn't have the best hero to spam with, of course, as a centaur. But, Wes. Mid though, the hurt is coming.
The place is here.
Not this time, not around to TP in and fill the bottles up. They have to stay in.
Tower. The sun trying to stand his ground. Right, doing work. But healthy.
Very.
JT and Kaka, they have not gotten.
Really cool skill. You don't really see Phoenix Sunray. A bit unexpected there, but definitely one. Rotations, catapult waves are out, exorcism's ready. 6 heroes in the mid lane.
Smoke Kaka.
Dies out.
And control the ghosts around. The damage is done. Dust. Get out of the lane.
Yeah, that's sure as well too.
Just definitely supposed to really do damage to threat Paparaz.
Are fortified.
Why leaps and
Radiant's
go to get
courier has been
Paparazzi
killed.
unstunned. Still up.
I'll get over it.
Don't get that much damage on the tower hole. Phoenix pulling. Might get brought down up in the area.
Poor dear.
Hold the tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Got Jay's down, Zhong Yu. Why is here to help out?
I knew it.
Turner was PYW instead. Bit dust having to back off the roots there. Ghost will manage to kill that. Well, DY actually ends up being the one. Kills now on this Piranha.
Nice roots. Yep. Bottom, we do see now JT. Amo farming very well. I thought he'd actually get slowed down a little bit, but I guess they just played more for passive farming. JT has Vanguard. Now he's pretty happy to sit down here, and now they could tramples back up. Well, he's stepped up really.
This time, they've got some ready to heal, but this time round, he's got refraction back up. He's going to be fine. It isn't up, only just. But buys him time for the meld, and then the refraction walk away.
I see this Sunray level 1 is actually saving him twice.
It really is.
Are seeing the results of these lanes though coming into play. It's a 2K lead already for XG. Set Death Prophet having a phenomenal game ahead of the counterpart.
Dire's
Lone
bottom
Druid,
tower
there's
is
no
under
way to
attack.
pressure alone. Just waiting to see what he does go for it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Behold, my searing jet.
They've got the Stampede to try and chase in on this stuff. He really wants to kill. And here we go.
No remnants.
He has committed it pretty deep for this.
Searing heat.
The whole back Paparaz seat. I'm going to walk away. It's away with it.
Still, I mean, seeing his net worth. Almost the same as the Hoodwink. QYW got a bear kill and all that. Very much so struggling.
Yes.
Might actually just die in the arrow. DY did it. Slow. He had an urn charge. That was... Let's reveal the ward.
Chance for another kill, Kaka.
Nice lead. Pulls it back.
Still though, Bushman's there in time for PYW.
Radiant's
Perhaps he's going to get the ghost out.
attack.
He's going to walk past. Time we see bottom lane. JT was able to dive in, take down qyqx, was trying to pick up some XP. And on his own.
It's pressure on multiple fronts. Tower mid getting hit. Ghost free farming. Bottom is getting pressure too. XG. And IG don't have spawned at the moment.
Okay, lead already. 9 minutes in. Excellent catch from PYW. Paparazzi up from the tree line.
Radiant's bottom tower
Well,
is under
back up.
attack.
What? The arrow? Yes, this is going to be up to get a range, and he can.
Nice.
PYW.
Clincher.
So, able to land the bushwhack. More kills for him.
PYW has now overtaken Dust in the net worth. This Hoodwink. I mean, had an unbelievable performance on Phoenix last game. Maybe wanted his effort to get some of those.
Bottom lane. He's desperate. He's come down here twice now, trying to find XP, and both times he
Radiant's
has been
bottom
met.
tower is under attack.
Not something
Dire's
you
middle
want to be
tower
giving
is
kills
under
to like this.
attack.
JT off to a phenomenal start. Arcane Boots Vanguard, 900 gold. Timings are going to be excellent. Tough to bring down at this point. 1700 HP.
Radiant's bottom tower
Towards,
is under attack.
they get a root in. They'll probably have him. There it is. Set up with the arrow. More than enough burst.
Remedy of the grounds of mechs.
Ghost. Kill. Not that. Jungyu to push into.
He is going to go stand. I thought there was a small chance he could do that Radiance like talking about since he's playing versus TA, but I think they just want to have to use
PYW trying for the setup. Quickly takes down the trap.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
PYW making magic happen across the map is. Good moves for the Hoodwink.
And he is very close to the same net with his core.
He's pretty much carrying the
Radiant
team right
structures
now.
are
These plays.
fortified.
Build, he's going for the Veil, so recognizing that you're lacking in damage early, trying to fix that, but there's so much pressure on all these towers. Top
is under
should be
attack.
brought down. Mid is also at 7 HP, they'll just deny it.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Paparaz, they'll just go off lane.
Only the wary.
Belongs to Kaka.
Paparazzi didn't even use saving it for the cord. Nice.
Well, maybe saving it for this. Fight continues. IG trying to chase down. Or get the bear. Why?
I didn't know they're right.
He did leap away, but he also didn't get mech on the way out.
The princess of nothing.
He did it for himself.
Y'all ain't important.
You can die, the bear can die.
DD rune. Just. Just it goes back bottom, still farming. Hey, might only win. They set up for Paparazzi here. 900 HP. Being and a veil. They could look together.
This is what he was saving the mech.
Radiant's bottom tower
Gets it off this time for himself. Diamonds as well, but with 4 heroes on him.
A very aggressive place for him to play too. The tower's dead. Right?
Dire's
He's just
middle
playing
tower
up on the
is
hill
under
to get
attack.
some of this extra farm.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Anyone nearby
attack.
to help out. Completely on his own.
Not giving the respect to IG
Dire's
really.
top
Like he
tower
was
is
Dust
under
as a
attack.
DD rune also. I don't know if he knew the veil was there, PYW, but he knows they have burst. Overplaying his hand there and get.
Dire's
Lead
middle
in.
tower is under attack.
Charge pass here for JT. Grabs him with the ultimate, slams Youngyu out of the game. Lane Paparazzi. Spot. Set the back
Dire are
number on in
scanned.
case.
Aggressively positioned though.
This is not proven to be a good place for him to win. He's dead again, and this time he's kind of made his DY position. It's not the place to be for. What's going on here?
He's got so many places to farm. I guess he just wants to be aggressive. Leave people dead probably.
It's not
Kaka, he's not getting out either. Chains are there. They've had a lead, but it's slipping away.
I mean, this is very like they're free farming. The bear's not getting pressured.
Don't go into the mid lane.
There's nothing for him to get. And IG, they'll take that all day.
It's going to be a tower for them now.
Are fortified.
Maybe. They've got fortification.
And very strong. Magic resist.
Dire's top
Don't
tower
even do it.
is under attack.
Oh, that's true.
A lot of kills though. Paparazzi, after an incredibly successful laning phase, he's almost the same net with his. But that's hurt. Dust is actually a full level ahead of him now. And he's been getting rune control at the DD now as a haste.
Trip the BKB this game. Yep.
The flames rush forth.
But he's too slippery. December jumping all over the place. XG can't lock him down.
Yeah. Panky and everybody out on the side of IG a little. One place from DY instantly. Well, with their 5-man moves here.
So where there's no exorcism, maybe IG can guard.
They have Blink. Egg is ready. Exorcism. Options.
Split with the rest of the team. In with the jump. Quick kill. Hands up. Emo.
They can go in it.
He's got a full deso on him.
Real way for SG to contest this by any means too. No exorcism. Paparazzi fragile at this point. Honestly, these Death Prophet deaths have hurt so much on the side of SG. He's not tanky now on DP. Yeah, he's finished up, but overall his base, his armor early on it, that Deso, non-existent.
Heading towards the pit, but you can feel a bit of take that. They've got no place to be here. They can't stop IG from taking this.
Radiant's
And
bottom
Ghost still
tower
farming
is
very
under
well. They're
attack.
still looking for that's from Paparazzi. Slowing down the game. They want to be playing pretty fast, pretty aggressive.
Radiant's bottom tower
It's IG
is
now
under
who
attack.
actually gets
Thrilling. What's up next?
Lane. Tier 1 IG.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's
That was
top
Mirage.
tower
That was the
has
Mirage.
fallen.
God, it's like incredibly loud in my ear. Completely have to stabilize this game. Late phase.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
Set up to this bottom
fortified.
tower with freshly picked
Dire
Deso.
structures
And I
are
believe Kaka
fortified.
now easier ways for them to also make the rest of the move on the map.
Dire's
An
top
arrow
tower
combo
is
with
under
a tiny
attack. Radiant's bottom
getting away
tower
with
has
quite
fallen.
Lead out
Wow.
of the mix. No. Let's get
problematic.
started.
Trap already set up the trees. Coming. Well, wanting this magic resist. But we'll hurt for
Dire's courier has been killed.
The BKB recipe.
YW too, a sneak base ward this turn. He's really killing it on this hood. 1-6.
He's ready to try and be around in the tree line.
He's going in.
Even from the brightest.
Kaka will also get nice and in. The arrow's not going to be there. Great tackle there. So P1 is able to start to technically then trying to go straight for Paparazzi. Supernova's going to be out. There's nobody available to hit it. So XG they've got to fight it out to the edge of it. But he's not able to get out of the avalanche to take the at the ones. Come out. The Phoenix now with a combo. So they'll also be able to deal with Eve a second time round as well. Zhengyu able to TP out into the trees. Time is IG just overstepping the mark a little bit, going too aggressive beyond the tower.
I don't think they had the Tishino, and there's a moonlit shadow. This Death Prophet just fades into the darkness, and there's no vision.
Well, they have nothing.
I don't think they had anything. Just goes Invictus. The egg pops. They have nobody to hit her.
Yeah, Zhengyu had, I think he had dust in the backpack. He just got that sent out to him, actually.
Yeah.
He just brought some himself. He was like, guys, what's going on?
Maybe they killed him. It looked like he faded for a second. They didn't have all the burst damage. Yeah, it's an over.
Opportunity there. Very happy with that one.
And this was, they saw a moment of opportunity there from IG, right? Because they're like, kill JT's BKB. We have a chance to be able to dive forward there. They actually are there. Ghost now gets himself 2 deaths, so back to order.
Was it in the case of the dust coming out and then the grooves being popped by Paparazzi?
Actually, you might be right.
Maybe this is the one instance.
I clicked.
Yeah. Hey, what Ghost? He's got a found it.
Whoa!
He finds him in the tree line.
50 wide. That was a smaller arrow. He tips Ghost.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The former team. Pretty long too to fit together, right? Do you want invisibility? BKB.
Yeah. Oh no, the arrow's there. Perfectly knock him down. Very nice. Just in that arrow. Not a jump for BKB to be pressed.
Dire's
Has to
top
use the
tower
BKB.
is under attack.
It's the first he takes up the avalanche, otherwise you can't. From that point, then just gets tossed and comboed up. And now XG. It just says up in 20, but they don't need it to push Ghost. He can just run.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Small things that were going wrong for them.
No trace.
Top lane Emo was pushing out pretty far. Something to try and help him get away. Did not.
Radiant's middle tower is falling.
They've got it. Something ready for JT, and that will be Emo's attempt at a top lane push to a stop.
Very alone. Aggression. boy.
A more beautiful
Oh man, he's gonna tip him again.
victory is my birthright.
Finds him again. Near full AC now finished up for this lone druid. Like physical damage, the small ab that IG didn't have. Another arrow.
Another
my
combo.
God.
They're doing it perfectly.
Wow. What DY has hit every single one. It feels like down the last 4 minutes.
Comes on the Ember.
Snowball kill. Now they can even poke high ground.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Sigma will have his BKB.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Catch PYW. Very quick catch to that.
Oh, he gave me too much space. He was 4-1, now 4-4, constantly getting grabbed. XG. Continuing this push. Still have that. There's him also for the
Radiant's
Rex.
bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe for a second Rex if they want to see it.
See how much they're able to take.
He's all just
Catch the there, but he's out. Remy comes to the top. Spin onto the center. He's connected. He hasn't taken out, but he can. The egg is taken down by qyqx. Jump out of the game for 30 Mission one now. Back to the fair. Kaka with the patch. Take dust out of them.
Radiant's
time XG. There was one
Radiant's bottom.
small 5 minutes or so where IG had come back, but XG, they hit and they hit hard this game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And again, Kaka.
Kaka.
Another catch. Throws him back into the clutches of JT. It will die for that, but he gets the job done. qyqx, a die back. Up for 50 seconds.
Is under attack.
These are the tiny performances we
JT, thinking about charging in. Find a chance to. And they won't stick around to finish the second round. They won't push it. They'll respect the fact that Ember's back in play.
They're huge. These items. Ghost, AC finished. Going for what? Medallion, solar threats on DY after his Yules. JT, Albert. Everyone's per item now after. The swing went from, I mean, look at this. 17 minutes or so.
A reasonable.
We're even. 7 minutes later, 13,000. Dominating them.
For RG playing from behind with what they've got. Probability down to 3%, just like that here. The early 24 minutes in, the game fell apart very, very rapidly.
Yeah, but now just really lack any type of damage at this point versus the itemization, the grease, the AC. Yeah, they're ready to hit again. Not up, but they don't. Wow.
My goodness, nearly catching the Ember again.
God, BK damage is very, very lackluster. He has cut it off 2 times, but he's. Up this time for the centaur, but it's not like a timing or an XG. They'll get the bigger timing. Roche respawns. And Ghost, we've hit 25 minutes. Quad Wraith Band has been purchased. Good old Lone Druid is now going to be pumped up to
47. Up to 47. So a 22 armor increase.
bad, not bad. It also helps him hit the egg. IG. Desperation 1. They have that BK. And still only level 10 on Phoenix. One egg not gonna be.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Second time. Shan.
Radiant are scanning.
Avenue for IG to go pop even as it's.
Get the BKB off this time. Push right down to the two and then a perfect. They're taking down the death profit. The Supernova's back. looks to be firmly in the control of XG. And Blossom onto Dust. Goes is there to follow up. It's a triple kill. The Bears clean it up. As it was the good last pitch attempt, as you say, from IG. They burst through Paparazzi, but it doesn't matter.
Honestly, I think Paparazzi should get that BKB off. He's like greedy with it, gets caught in the bushwhack. The Ghost, he's there to clean up. Literally full HP on the launch grid for the backlight. And that level 1, it looks like it's maybe gonna pop, and then they all just hit it at the same time and it just dies.
Yeah, straight away it's gone. Not a chance.
Good bushwhack again, though. I mean, qyqx still has been very impressive this game on his hoodwink. Trapped. Beautiful.
You don't get to walk away from this.
Can't get the BKB up, and he's gone for good. Back on cooldown, of course, and that is indeed GG's called XG. Don't mess around in this game. They've shut down the series. 2-1 for them.
I would imagine so after that last game.
Some words were had.
London probably pulled out the machete a little bit there. So yeah, much cleaner this time around. They did give up a couple kills.